Hello everybody on the internet, my name is PowellGuyGaming and welcome to the Powered Up Podcast. We're here for an E3 special. Once again I got the homies, Big, Shumo and Sleep. Welcome guys. I was kind of in the midst of saying the wrong name. I did it last time we did a podcast.
It's cool, man. It's in the music.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
He's a rapist.
Oh my lord! It happened.
Oh,
we took half an hour to explain that to you, and you're still out here. You are nothing but a bus.
I just want to clarify, people.
He's a rapist.
Ignore homie in the back. I just want to.
Weinstein.
I just want to clarify. We're kind of hyped up on energy, and also I'm not a rapist. Just so
I'm hyped up on Quaaludes that Jordan gave to me.
So anyway, like I said, guys, we're going to be talking about E3 today. Obviously, E3's finished, so there's no more real announcements or whatever. But a lot of stuff was covered. The main things we're going to try to tackle is the conferences, right? So I'm pretty sure the conferences that we have listed was E3, Microsoft, Bethesda,
EA,
Square Enix. It was Ubisoft, Sony, and Nintendo. And I think the best thing for us to do is kind of talk about what we liked about E3, we didn't like about E3, the games that we enjoyed the most, and kind of what each conference brought to the table, and kind of what you want to see more of. So I'm going to start off. Excuse me. I'm going to start off basically talking about, let's say EA, right? Let's talk about EA first. And I don't know if you guys saw the game Anthem. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it, and I thought on Xbox. I don't know why that was my initial thought, but I thought the game was only coming out on Xbox. There was a little bit of gameplay the last time I saw it. This time around, there was more gameplay, I believe, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. They showed the UI, but we still don't really know anything like where it's like weapons wise, stuff like that. We know there's different classes,
right? And they also brought out a cinematic trailer. Yeah, if you haven't seen it already, you should probably go check it out. So anyway, Anthem, let's talk about it. I saw it, and I was like, okay, right. So we have like kind of Halo armor. You know what I mean? Like a bit like Halo kind of armor.
It looks very Destiny-esque.
Yeah, that's it. Destiny.
It looks like Destiny meets Iron Man.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Destiny meets Iron Man. I like that.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Sounds like a Mexican superhero.
Just to confirm, it does come out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So you can play on anything other than Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry, Shumo.
Obviously.
Just for an exact date, it's the 22nd of February.
Which is quite a stacked day, actually.
Oh god, it's gonna be a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure BioWare created it, right?
Yes.
It's BioWare. Yeah, that's it. BioWare. They're the guys that make BioShock. Just in case anybody didn't know.
No,
awesome games.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. No, I'm pretty sure that's not BioWare.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes BioShock?
2K.
Have I been giving them the props to the wrong people all these years?
Wow.
It sounds like it.
Yes.
Man.
I've been propping BioWare like, yo, they made BioShock. It's so sick. Oh my
but he sneaked up BioShock and BioWare. He's like, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna ask the basic Bob questions. Will you guys pick up Anthem? And if you're not gonna pick it up, what's your reasons why? So we'll start off with Big. Big, are you gonna pick it up?
I actually didn't see the gameplay for Anthem. So
have you seen any of it at all?
No, not really.
Okay, right. Do you like Destiny? Have you played Destiny?
I've played Destiny. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I'm not really a big fan of bullet sponge games.
Okay, right.
Like exactly like Division. That was literally one of my I F with the Division, but kind of don't F with it at the same time because I get the concept, but the whole bullet sponge thing kind of irks me. So
it's a pet peeve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. It's okay. How can I say it? Like, I feel like the graphics are kind of like a Destiny game. It's third person. It's a shooter. I think my understanding of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. My understanding is it's open world.
Okay.
But like Destiny is kind of open world a little bit, but Destiny's still instant based. What I mean by instant based is like kind of like like dungeons in certain games.
Yeah.
Like you go from start to finish, and you finish it, and then you go back to your home hub or wherever. I don't know if Anthem has a home hub. I don't think I saw anything.
Yeah,
like
so
that,
there is like a
we don't know.
there is like a home hub, but it's like that's the single player part of it kind of thing. So it's personal to you, and when you go out into the world, that's the multiplayer.
Oh, it's a bit like Monster Hunter, a little bit.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Anyway, back to the question. Big, you gonna buy it or not?
I'm gonna research it and then see what it looks like, and then make my decision from there. So
see, my answer to that, my answer I'm getting from you is no. The game's gonna come out, it's gonna be like 55 quid. It's gonna be a bunch of other games.
No.
On that day, right?
no.
If you haven't seen it already, I don't think you'll be getting it.
No, that's £55.
And that's just the normal edition. Don't worry about the collectors and the gold and the unique edition. What about you, Shuma? You think you're gonna get it?
So I was watching the demo of it. I do like the look of it. I like the style of it. It looks cool, innit? But like Big was saying, I'm not the biggest fan of like bullet spongy games kind of thing. Although I'm really enjoying the Division at the moment. But it's not as bad as like Destiny, because I remember when I was playing Destiny, it was just a lot to like just
kill out one enemy, right?
Yeah, kill like one
Yeah,
guy.
how can it take half a clip to kill someone? Like, that don't make no sense.
You got shields, man.
No, that's more than half a clip.
Yeah,
Look, the whole thing and then some.
Yeah, like.
But like, I've been listening to people cause throughout the week. People have gone like YouTubers and like game journalists, whatever. They've gone and played the game and stuff. I've been listening to some of them. They're saying it feels really cool. It feels like when you're flying around, you feel like Iron Man. The weapons and gunplay feels really good. Apparently, I definitely want to see more. I want to try it definitely. But I'm hesitant because of like Destiny, where I feel like I was burned.
Right.
But just saying, with Destiny, it was a different reason. It was a slightly different reason as to why, because I think we were also a bit jaded with Destiny because there was DLC on the disc that they gave us, and we didn't.
Well, yeah, there was that, but like Destiny also felt like just a lack of content for what you was playing.
Yeah, because we got it and finished it within a week.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I mean, it's EA.
In a week.
So,
like within a week. So I think it took us literally like 5 days.
But is that you just going at the game non-stop, or like?
No, not completely non-stop.
I mean, we played it every day, but like not like banging it.
Yeah, like Division.
Not like how many hours you put in for Monster Hunter.
Oh hell no!
Oh no!
Okay, cool.
We was
Like the Division.
maybe.
The Division. We played literally from the moment we both like woke up to when we were going to go to sleep, and that was like probably like over 12 hours in one sitting. I think that would have been like 2, maybe 3 days worth of Destiny.
Yeah, the Division. I'm coming close up to like 30 hours, and there's still quite a bit to go. Yeah, go on.
With Destiny, did you guys ever play Destiny 2?
No.
Destiny 2 suffered from the same thing that Destiny 1 suffered from, where the content is very, very lackluster. Unless you buy the DLC, right?
Unless you buy all the stuff, yeah. It's like I don't see a point in buying the game and then waiting like a year until some substantial stuff is actually out.
You know what it is? It's like buying a sandwich from a corner shop. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
What?
You sound like you've been jaded by the people.
It sounds like he just went to the corner shop and bought a sandwich.
No, but you know what I mean though. Like those corner shops that sell like sandwiches. Hey,
Hey, you.
If you don't, there are people out there who know what I mean.
I enjoy the sandwiches from corner shops, by the way, just so you know.
Why would you buy something from a corner shop? What the hell?
No, Peach enjoys sandwiches from a place called Butt Savories.
What?
That's just enough.
Hey, look, we're not talking about butt savories. I'm no longer in North. Okay? I'm no longer in North, alright?
Mayday.
He's a rapist.
He was eating booty sandwiches.
Hey, Sleep, what about you, though? Back to what about you?
The only question I ask is, what is it doing differently? And for me, it just feels like it's not doing anything crazy different. So I'm kind of like,
I think it's perspective.
like I was saying, the UI. I like the fact that it's third person because I'm starting to enjoy third person shooting now. The UI looks clean. The controls look from what I saw of the gameplay demo.
Yeah.
It does look pretty fluid. But like it has to have interesting mechanics. Like we know, it's too for me. I think it's too soon for anyone to say whether they would or wouldn't, because they could introduce a mechanic that's actually sick, and then everyone will be like, "Oh, holy crap, I need this game."
Right.
But for me, until I know more about the mechanics of the game, I can't say that I'm going to get it. There's too much unknown.
Well, okay, that's fair. But it's like, see, my thing is the only thing that would make me get that game is if I had people to play with. Because they showed off a lot of team like party, like co-op kind of action, and like
you can tell that's what it's going for.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's the main seller for me. If there's a lot of online functionality, like I'll give you a good example, right, of bad online functionality. Destiny 2 comes out for the PC, and it has no voice chat.
What?
So
What?
and it has no
make sense.
And it has no looking for group chat. Now on PlayStation, you just invite people to a party. You click on the name, go onto the profile, that's it. On PC, when it comes to MMOs, the main thing is once you get to that high level, you start doing raids, dungeons, and whatnot. You need that little text box on the left of your screen where you type LFG, looking for group. You know, I'm a level 20 raid or something like that, right? And looking for party members. PC did not have that, so their Bungie's excuse was, "Well, go ahead and use our Bungie." No, not Bungie's excuse. Sorry. It's Bungie. Go use Bungie on that,
Bungie.
whatever it is. Sign into the forums there. We have a looking for group forum there. Use that. So the in-game functionality didn't have the basic bubs. I think they patched it now, but when it first released, it didn't have those things. And if a game for me to buy a party up kind of team co-op game, it's got to have the co-op features. Because say you haven't got your squad out to do a mission, but you still want to get the gear, you're going to want to be able to play with other people, right? So if it can nail down those kind of party aspects, it's not too pay to win, like because it's EA. So it should be good. It should be good. So anyway, that's I want to move on to Big's favorite game, Battlefield.
Sorry, real quick question.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say during the conference, is it Battlefield 5 or V?
It's both.
5.
Well,
Everyone's saying 5.
Some people can say V.
Because like Shumo was saying, the time that it relates is V for victory.
Yeah.
So they both make sense. I was like, hold on, which one is it though? Because I'm pretty sure they haven't actually said what it is.
I think
it's just on the interpretation of the person and themselves. So some people call it 5, some people call it V. I call it 5 at times.
I think it's probably V because V makes sense.
Well, like I was saying before, like the 5 aspect just doesn't make sense to me unless I've completely missed something. This is not the 5th like mainline game. It's the 6th. So
that's true.
I don't know.
What are you counting Hardline though?
No, I'm counting Battlefield, the original. I'm counting Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and now Battlefield V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a 6-1.
Yeah.
Because, but I don't know, man. I mean, Big, I'm gonna let you go last on this because I mean we already kind of know your answers. And also I just want to make you suffer until the end. Here all our negativity.
Like call you out with it too.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, this guy, yo.
I'm sorry.
Wow, I'm sleeping with one eye open. Just sleeping with one eye open tonight.
Bong.
Yeah,
There's that foot one eye open too.
you heard it.
What should they be sleeping with one eye open too?
No, Sleep. I know you're so passionate about Battlefield 5. I know you potentially might not want to buy it. I know it's gonna something crazy is gonna have to happen to sway your ideas to buy it. But seeing more on it now, is it at least interesting for you? At least.
I think I did say this. I did see the trailer for it, and it doesn't look as dead as I was expecting.
The gameplay trailer.
The weapons. Yeah, because the weapons don't look like they literally came from cavemen. Like right. They didn't look like. It doesn't look like. Because to me, I like user weapon synergy. So what that basically is I use a weapon and it's like I get a feel, like, you know, I'm obviously not actually holding it, but I can get a feel for it and I know sort of how I'm supposed to handle it, and like it's one of those things where it's sort of like it's very intuitive.
Right.
With like previous games like Battlefield 1, it makes my controller even just not sit right in my hand. I'm like, this feels unnatural. But this one, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this actually doesn't look as bad, but it would be something where I'd have to get hands-on with it first. But I mean, it does look interesting. I won't... Sorry, I was pushing the fly. That might have gone. Look, yeah, it's interesting, but has it won me over completely? Never that.
Right.
And just the introduction of that game mode Airborne makes me kind of want it less.
Oh, really? I was actually going to ask you about that, but never mind. I think about the answer. I think for me, and I get on to you in a second as well, Shumo. I think for me, it's like I'm confused to what they're trying to do. I mean, yes, we talked about the title. The title alone is a bit confusing, but viewers don't take this the wrong way. I know you guys won't really care, but viewers don't take this the wrong way. It's like World War II, and it's advertising a lot of women. Like it's advertising quite a lot of women in the cinematic trailers and the gameplay trailers. It's like, yo, there's loads of women on the battlefield. Like it's purposely promoting that, which I think is cool because I think women should be in the games because you should be able to play whoever you want, black, white, woman, man, no matter. But like I thought the game was supposed to be like historically accurate. I thought that's what they were going for. I thought that's the vibe they were going for. And
but didn't women fight in the World War though? I'm pretty sure they did.
They did, just not as part of any army because that was illegal, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think they were necessarily like parachuting out of planes and on the front lines shooting. Like, I'm not history. I don't follow that much history, but I'm pretty sure when I was growing up and learning about history, there was no mention of all of these women out here, in the people's fight. Like, I just
like when people get triggered about stuff like that, I'm just like, can you get over? Like, yeah, can you just get over it? Like, this is supposed to be something that if it's supposed to be historically accurate, which is what I've had a feeling that Battlefield is meant to be going for. If it's meant to be historically accurate, don't get butthurt when it is.
Right.
I understand. Yes, it's a game, and it's a game, isn't it? You can tweak it, and because they can tweak it, it's fine. But I don't think that it should be something where it's just like
these games aren't historically accurate, though.
No, I thought that's what they were going for.
See,
as in, like, for the time that these things seem to be set in.
See, no, see. Like, so I'm just gonna
like they're trying to replicate like a Warzone type thing in that time.
See, what I think they're doing is they take a theme and make a game around the theme. So it's not supposed to be 100% accurate, but based on the theme, it sometimes confuses me to the way they execute it. So, like, I'll give you an example. It's like when I saw the first trailer we ever watched, you talked about 2 weeks ago on the podcast, episode 3, so go check that out. When I first saw that and I saw the guys with like katana swords, I'm pretty sure American soldiers weren't running around with katana swords. I'm sure that was not a thing. British soldiers. Sorry, not American soldiers, British soldiers. I don't think that was a thing, and I'm not particularly picky because I just like to shoot people in whatever in games, right? So it doesn't really particularly bother me, but the theme gets a little bit confusing. So anyway, back to asking you guys the questions. Shumo, I saw some gameplay for it. the actual Battlefield 5, and I thought it looks very Battlefield. I know it's supposed to, but I didn't see anything that was too crazy until I started investing and sinking my teeth into not just looking at it, actually seeing what's going on. The background looks awesome. Things are on fire, explosions, snows everywhere. But they've actually implemented a building mechanic where you can kind of...
The fortress mechanic.
You can kind of rebuild up broken down shells of buildings. You know, Battlefield's got destructible surfaces. You can kind of rebuild these things up. Like, is that to you? Do you see like them adding these new mechanics? And another thing they added as well, actually, they added predictable recoil patterns. So you know, like in Rainbow Six Siege, you know how like you put a silencer on and whatever, and it makes the gun shoot high or low or whatever.
Yeah,
they're starting to do that to kind of say, oh, now if you get good gun, you'll know where it's actually going to shoot. You're going to just guess and pray that your hit markers actually do their job.
Yeah.
So anyway, my question is, hearing these type of improvements to Battlefield, is that enough for you to be like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick this up?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed Battlefield 1, so more of that I'm down for kind of thing. I don't have a problem with like historical accuracy or whatever, because none of these quote-unquote historical accurate games get it right anyway. Like in all of these games, do you ever see like Indian and Bengali soldiers fighting for England? Because that's what happened. My great-grandfather was fought for the British Army in one of the wars. You don't see none of that in there. Like I said, like women weren't part of the armies, but I'm sure women fought. Like,
I think they're like in squadrons, I think.
Yeah, like they just weren't in the army because it was illegal.
Right.
That sort of stuff I don't really care about. Like, as long as you're putting the fun factor first, which I think is what they're trying to go for, like gameplay kind of first, then it's fine. Like everything else is just like little details or whatever. But little improvements like the recoil pattern, stuff like that. It's all like quality of life stuff, and there's probably not too much more they can do to innovate if they're sticking within like that older setting or whatever. But no, yeah, I'm definitely interested. I'll probably grab it. They got a Royale mode coming too as well, which they didn't really go into. But yeah,
I'm gassed for that still. I can't lie. I want to see more footage on that.
TJ Carlin, another one. I saw a joke. I saw a meme on the internet about FIFA Royale, and it was like a mod where it put like 100 players on the pitch. I was just dying with laughter. I was like, "Jeez, every game's gonna have one." Last question to you, Big, on Battlefield is obviously they announced or they showcased before, but they really showed a bit of gameplay for that new game mode. You know, the airplanes one. I think what it's called. Is it
Airborne? You said, right?
Airborne. That's
Airborne. Airborne, yeah.
And that's basically like an attack and defend kind of thing. You know, you parachute in, you drop, you're ready, you run up, and you've got to like kind of like a rush game mode, but it involves a lot of planes. I know, obviously, you're going to pick it up. Yeah, that's probably if you've got that bread, you're probably going to pre-order that shit and all that good stuff. I know, but with these new game modes, it seems to me that they're probably going to trump some of the old ones. So you'll still have like a team deathmatch game mode, but you still have conquest. But now you don't have a traditional rush anymore. Is that concerning to you?
Not concerning to me, but because of you have to remember that they've taken off the whole premium pass thing.
Oh, have they?
So
nice.
I see from my standpoint, I see it as they just want everybody to be more inclusive in the game, the whole community. So having new game modes so everyone can try it, everyone could have more feedback so they can give back to the developers. If anything needs to be tweaked on certain maps or tweaked on certain game modes, it gets done more than we've only received 100,000 messages about this map, but these are only people with exclusive or battle pass premium access. So I'm enjoying. I have high hopes for it. Like I said, I am going to be getting it. I've already literally pre-ordered it. So
there you go. There, that's all I wanted to hear, man. Yeah, you got your money.
Just a quick side note. You were saying about they're not doing premium pass anymore. That's actually a trend I've been seeing. Like this whole E3, like all of these games are coming out saying that there's no season pass and all like additional content, all like expansions and stuff are going to be free and stuff like that. It's a little worrying to me because I kind of want to know how they're going to monetize it. But one thing I saw yesterday was that Call of Duty is sticking with its season pass, but so far it looks like the only way that you can get it is their Pro Edition, which is like their $100 or $150 edition or whatever. And they've made like they haven't made it clear that you can buy the season pass separately. So as it stands, the only way to get the season pass is if you pre-order their most expensive edition. I thought that was quite Activision-y.
Activision-y, I like it. Yeah, so that comes out, I believe it's the 19th of October?
Yeah,
19th of October.
Yeah, 1 week after Black Ops.
Yeah, this year, baby, this year. I'm going to go on to, I don't know if you guys played a game called Command and Conquer before. Mobile games, basically, mobile games. Command and Conquer have basically made a mobile game called Command and Conquer Rivals, right? I played the old Command and Conquer 3. I enjoy strategy games. I'm a fan of strategy games, so it's definitely a plus for me. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we don't really rate mobile games that great. But
here's the thing. No, hit me up because, like we all know, I shit on mobile games at any opportunity, and I'll do it happily, and I do it in the face of mobile gamers. I don't care. I'll be like, your platform is whack. But like me and Shumo were discussing, strategy games are always the ones that seem the best on phones. Or, well, it's the best in that I think phones can sort of crank out.
Right.
And you know what? I pre-registered for it.
Wow.
Because you know what? I'm gonna give mobile games a chance.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Breaking news. I feel like Keemstar.
I was like, you know what? Let me actually just see what this life is about and see what I'll go on for it.
That's what the title's going to be. Sleepless Elite compromises his morals.
Command and Conquer.
That's suggestive.
Command and Conquer, like, other than Sleep, is anybody even bothered about Command and Conquer? Because I think Command and Conquer is pretty much done now. I can't imagine Command and Conquer coming back into the limelight. You've got like StarCraft, you've got like Age of Empires, you've got like Civilization. There's another one. There's another Warhammer, or is it Warhammer?
Probably.
Or maybe called Dawn of War. One of the games. Anyway, long story short, point is there's a lot of strategy games now that are like top of the market, man. And I can't imagine Command and Conquer being able to come back and be like, yeah, we're riding with the big boys, so, especially for a mobile game. I can't imagine.
I'm not personally a big fan of strategy games, but
Okay.
I do feel like it fits on the platform kind of thing. Like most games for me don't work on mobile because you need tactile controls. But things like turn-based games and like strategy games is fine for it because you don't really need to. Like if you've got a touchscreen, it's fine because you don't really need like dexterity for it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks fine, I guess. I'm sure it will have its audience. I'm not interested in it, and they spent way too long on it in the conference.
I left and came back, and I was like, "Right, they're still going on about it." Like, okay.
Yeah, they were on it for like 15-20 minutes. I was just like, really?
just so you know, they announced it's going to be a free play, and that it's going to be on both Android and iOS. So shout outs to all the iPhone and Android fellas. I'm an Android guy myself.
I thought you were going to say you was a Windows guy.
Lie?
I had a Windows phone. Never again. Let's say that. Never again. And the pre-alpha version is actually available for you to play right now. Apparently. I'll check it out maybe one day, see if it's any good. Big, are you gonna try out Command and Conquer? Are you a fan of strategy games? That's enough. Yeah. That's enough. That's cool. It's fine. It's fine. Wrap it up. That's okay. That's Powered Up Podcast, guys. See you later. We'll move on to something else that's a bit more intriguing. Sports. Yeah, obviously they're a big guy for big team for sports, right? They obviously FIFA 19. We've got Madden. I got NBA Live. I'm a big basketball fan, so NBA Live piqued my interest. Big, I know you're a big football fan, so I know FIFA 19 definitely piqued your interest. So shout outs to you, by the way, on the 1K on your FIFA video.
1.3. Cheers.
1.3. Sorry, my bad.
Haters gonna hate. It's cool.
And Madden.
Liar's gonna lie.
So to people, if you are listening and you do get a chance, watch Big Imperial's feature streams. Most of the time, they're funny and legit. They're pretty good.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I've been dealing with you quite a bit. I gotta strip my
That's a fact, dude.
So Madden 19 as well. Just to kind of show you guys in order the importance of these games. FIFA 19 official reveal trailer, sorry, is on 5.9 million. Madden's is on 1.1 million, and NBA Live is on 406k.
Wow.
So kind of
wow. But if it was 2K19, then I'll get it. But
that's true. I mean,
NBA
Live. But you're right.
Is it?
Yeah. That's 2K that makes that.
Don't worry about it, Big. I said that BioWare made
Big's completely been bamboozled. he's looking at the screen right now. Like, what? So this wasn't EA, but they make FIFA.
Yeah, I can't lie. Sleepless has it down to a T.
Nah, it's Take-Two is the publisher.
What's the publisher?
Take-Two. So they put out GTA as well.
Okay.
You know what? Big probably thought that Pro Evo and NBA and 2K were the same people because of the opposites.
Wow.
He was all like, wow, okay. Clearly, them lot are better at basketball, and EA's better at football. Man.
Wow.
You know what I'll say about the sports games though? I feel like they didn't make much of a fuss about FIFA this year. Like every year they kind of have like a big present. What the hell? They usually have like quite a big.
I was being Portuguese, and they're like, "Oh, golazo."
Wow.
They usually have quite a big like segment on it. I know, like one year they brought out Pele to talk about one of the FIFAs, and yeah, so they brought out like these two people to just talk about. They spoke about FIFA 18 quite a lot, actually, which I found quite weird. They also, for a limited time, they gave away FIFA 18 for free, like their free trial period, where you could play the whole game for, I think it was like a week period or the weekend or something like that. And yeah, they only like mentioned FIFA 19 quite briefly, which is why I'm a bit confused. But
I think they'll probably focus it more on after the World Cup. But that's just my speculation on that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Don't quote me that. Don't take that for like guaranteed. But from what it sounded like, they'll probably focus it more after the World Cup ends.
But these sports games make EA a lot of money in like microtransactions and stuff like that.
Because of all the packs and that stuff.
Well, listen to this, right? Ultimate Team I think is the most popular game of any sports game, and other games, not even sports games, other games trying to adopt kind of a build your team with these packs or build your characters with these packs, right? And think of it this way: EA, obviously, FIFA is their golden child, right? That's their poster boy. That's FIFA, right? They're selling it on the Nintendo Switch, their PS3, PS4, PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and they sell packs on every single platform.
Wow!
Right, which I think is ridiculous. I actually saw a funny joke about 2K18 on the PS3, and basically what they do, they put it in the store, but the screenshots and the videos and the trailers are on the generation up, so they sell a idea what the game looks like, and I think FIFA did the same thing too with with theirs. They will say, "Oh yeah, FIFA 18 looks like this on the PS3 and the Xbox One and the Switch," but it actually doesn't. It's looking like the PS4 graphics. So I think FIFA is probably the game that's just gonna blow the other ones out of the water. Madden, I mean, I don't really follow American football anymore. I used to follow them quite a bit, but not anymore. And like the Madden games, they get more technical, more complicated every single time, and that turns me off when it comes to sports games, because I like the arcadey kind of, I pass it up here and I can sprint to it, and I haven't got to hold 3 buttons to jockey. It's just there's a way for you to turn it into the keeper so you can actually defend properly when the shot goes. I'm like, what happened to the days when the AI was
I miss the street games. I wish they'd bring them back.
FIFA Street. The FIFA, was it the second one? FIFA Street 2. Oh, that was my game.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with FIFA Street 3. That was all kind of weird.
No, it made it hella cartoony for some reason. Like
stretched everybody out.
But yeah,
Peter Crouch looked like one crackhead on steroids.
Remember, like, everyone looked like Kevin Durant. Like skinny, slanky, and like noodly. Everyone, like, for some reason, I don't know why. Everyone looked like Kevin Durant.
You look like an actual wet noodle.
right. Yeah. So I think the one thing that intrigues me about FIFA, the one thing I like about FIFA, not the sports games in general. I'm not a bigger sports fan, but it's the ability to play like the one character and have your friends join in and everybody plays their own character. Right. That to me is so fun. I think they call it pro clubs.
Yeah,
that to me is so fun, and that is the only game where I think that would entice me to get FIFA 19. If somebody said to me, Power Guy, I'm thinking about making a team, there's like 7 of us, you want to be you want to be the 8th man, I'll be like, when the game goes on sale, because I ain't trying to spend all this bread, then yeah, let me hop in. Yeah, so anyway, question time. Big, quick fire round for you. Yep. You're buying FIFA 19. We know this already. Are you buying Madden?
No.
Are you buying NBA Live?
No.
And when you buy FIFA, what edition are you gonna get? Just the normal one. Oh yeah,
I just get the normal edition really. Well, because I don't know if because normally the editions are for those who really play Ultimate Team,
right? And
I don't play Ultimate Team like that. I'm not a big fan of Ultimate Team. So, for example, this year's will be the Ronaldo edition.
Right.
Words. So basically based on because obviously Ronaldo's won the Champions League 3 times, and also saying that PES were licensed with the Champions League mode, and they don't have licensing anymore. So FIFA's like, yes, we will just take the whole market now, and it's going to be ours. So that's why they're implementing the Champions League mode on FIFA 19, which I'm really excited about that. Literally don't know anything about it, just knowing that there's going to be a Champions League mode. So I'm guessing there's going to be more information about that coming soon. Yeah, if you buy the edition, it's more for the players who like to have packs. So every week you'll be given a free pack worth, I think 20k.
Yeah.
And you're literally guaranteed like a legend or like a gold player or like a rare player, and like 4 uncommons and stuff like that. I don't know how it's worded, like how it works out, but it works out that way. But me personally, I'll probably just get the normal thing.
And like, just so people know, anybody who doesn't play FIFA, it's very, very important to get as many bonuses as you can. If you can get a gold, diamond, amethyst, whatever version of a player, right? Whatever version of it is, you need them. Because there's plenty of times I've seen like the high-rated Ronaldo, prestiged version of him. He runs up that wing. Ain't nobody stopping this dude. So yeah, it's pretty important when it comes to Ultimate Team. Shumo, your turn. A quick fire round for you. FIFA, are you getting it? Madden, are you getting it? NBA, are you getting it? Live, sorry.
No, I won't be getting any of those. I'm not into sports games at all, really.
Not even like, I don't know, not even like with a couch buddy. You know, when you're sitting down with somebody just playing a match on FIFA, like, you know, you're not playing online, even though. But
Yeah, nah,
locally?
I don't play FIFA at all. I never have.
Oh, damn. All right, I'll switch over to you then, Sleep. What about you? Quick fire round, same questions, man. FIFA, Madden, live. You gonna pick them up? Is Sleep here? Has Sleepless Elite for once actually fell asleep?
Falling asleep.
No way. Big, he can't climb you anymore.
Yes.
He can't climb you anymore. Hey, Sleep. No way. I'll answer for you. So, how
My name's Sleepless Elite, and I don't like to play football games because I shit on anything that I don't like. Because fuck all ya.
Perfect. I'll leave it as that. Sleep will probably come back. Maybe his mic's messed up or something like that. I'll leave him to that. We'll talk about some more EA stuff. Star Wars Battlefront 2. They have a DLC coming out. I don't know. I can't believe
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2, yeah.
Wow. I totally missed that. I can't lie.
They had a DLC coming out called Clone Wars.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Wait, what happened?
We couldn't hear
We
you.
thought you fell asleep.
No,
You were at the podcast, you bastard.
No, I didn't. I've been sitting here. I just had nothing to say.
He asked you a question.
We asked you a question.
What question?
Oh wow, he see the line.
Sorry, I won't lie. I think I might have KO'd. I've had like 2.5, 3 hours sleep. I'm running on fumes right now. That's why I've been banging these Jolly Ranchers, and I forgot to put one in my mouth. So now I'm tired.
Sleepless Elite is sleepless?
That's what you said. We were like, wait. Sleepless Elite finally fell asleep.
Can I get a re-up on the question?
Oh no. The question's for you. You probably gonna answer no. But are you gonna get either FIFA, Madden, or NBA Live? Are you gonna even think about a sports game?
Not these ones, no.
Okay, right. So we're moving on to the next topic.
Star Wars.
Also, just to kind of chip in myself, I will try and get NBA Live 19. I got NBA Live 8. What I do is I always wait about 4 months after it comes out because it goes stupidly dirt cheap because EA can't compare to 2K. 2K sells the blue market. So EA are forced to drop the game down to like 20 quid. They try and bring out the special edition, the one edition for £54. It's cheaper than 2K's special edition. But then 4 months down the line, we're selling it for like 15 quid, please somebody buy it. So that's what I know that. I won't be getting Madden. I probably won't get FIFA unless people are like, pro clubs. And I'll probably see what it's all about. But anyway, Star Wars, Battlefront 2, bringing out a DLC. I say this game is dead.
It's been dead. It
had such a bad start. I have the game on disc, and I have not put it in my PlayStation 4 to play it yet.
Snap it.
I've also got it. We should play it.
So, yeah, you know what? I think I'll give it a go. I got told, basically, pain wasn't very good. It was short. And not only that, the AI were kind of brain dead. Like they didn't make them very challenging or tough.
Roger.
Right. So there was that. And obviously with the whole microtransactions and the locked characters and that crap that EA decided to try and pull off. Now then, saying that though, they could do a For Honor. For Honor started off losing about, I think it was 60 or 80% of their player base to actually now bringing out a new race of characters. So that means they were able to flip it on its head from a game that pretty much is dead in the water to a game that now is striving and actually working. Can Battlefront 2 do this with the Clone Wars DLC? What do you think?
No.
You think you can?
No.
No. Shumo, what about you? What do you think?
When they came out, I was surprised actually how like frank they were about like how they fucked up and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit too far gone for this one because it just left such a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Yeah.
But the franchise could still like do well, like Battlefront as a franchise. So like the next Battlefront, as long as they do the right thing, I think they could be alright. I do want to check out this Clone Wars stuff though. Like
Right.
I got it. I bought it pre-owned. There was no way I was buying it new from anywhere. Fuck you, not getting none of my money for all that bullshit. But yeah, like you, I'm yet to actually play it. I did enjoy the beta a lot. When it was beta time, so I am going to give it a good go eventually. And yeah, I mean, it's good to see that they're still supporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah. Go on, carry on. Next one.
Yeah, and Sleep. Are you gonna? Do you own Star Wars Battlefront 2?
And the first one.
Do you know? You don't own number 2, do you?
No.
So.
Because of literally because I heard what they were doing and I was like, burn them all.
In that case, then I'll pretty much classify it as a no.
This game, like, they should just put this game in the bag, tie some bricks to it, drop it in the nearest river, and then move on to the next one. So they can make another one.
Yikes! I think
I was going to say a dark joke, but I'm not going to say it.
Leave it until we're off the air. You know?
Can I say it? Can I want to say it though?
I'm going to say this now. I don't agree with what he's about to say.
The floor is yours. Go for it. And if you say Jordan's a rapist, I swear.
Wait, you admit it?
No, just shut up. Just say your damn joke.
It was just gonna be like, because obviously they said tack some bricks onto it, put it in the bag, and I was like, what? Just give it the Madeline McCann treatment.
Wow. You know
Like
what?
I said, I do not condone what he's about to say. I stand by it now. I do not condone what he's saying.
But y'all laughing.
Who's laughing? I'm not laughing.
Jordan.
I'm laughing at how robotic you sound. You sound like you put a recording on, like just set that shit to loop.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Insert laughter.
What annoyed me about the Star Wars thing was not about the whole character lock thing. I didn't buy it at the start or whatever, and I'm pretty sure they fixed a few things once I got around to actually having the game. What frustrated me is that it's the title of the game and the disrespect you're putting to the reputation of the title of the game. The game is Star Wars Battlefront 2. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 that I know for the PS2 and I think it was Xbox as well, the Xbox original, and PC was so good.
God tier multiplayer game.
You know what I mean? There's everything so right. Like I got to play that game locally, split screen, and I actually had the feature to play it online on the PC as well. One of the servers was still open, whatever. And like that game it's had so much availability in it. So when I see Star Wars Battlefront 2 come out, 5+ years later, 10 years later, I don't know, whatever. So X amount of years later on the next gen, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be fire. And then they do that, and I'm like, not only did you make a bad game, not only did you make a good game seem very, very bad, but you put the reputation of another game to it. And that just destroyed me. I was like, you know what? I've got this game. But what's the point of me even putting it in my district? I'm not going to enjoy it. So that's kind of my thing with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know Star Wars got another game, Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know anything about that, so I can't really.
Right, yeah. So Jedi.
People who make Titanfall. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's made by Respawn, the guys who make Titanfall. It's called Jedi Fallen Order, which is set between episodes 3 and 4, and it's coming holiday 2019.
Yeah, Christmas time. Oh wait, that's up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's next year.
Christ. Oh, all right.
Christmas in 2 years.
I'm going to talk about some indie games. I got 2 listed here. Unravel 2 is the first one, and Sea of Solitude. Now, I looked at Sea of Solitude.
Wavy.
And it looks. I was going to say it's one of those games that look unique and beautiful. A bit like Journey, or a bit like if you ever played the game Limbo or Inside. It's like or Little Nightmares. You know what I mean?
I know Little Nightmares. Yeah,
that's what parents call their children.
One of those games where it's not necessarily the game is amazing, it's sickest graphics. But it's the soundtrack. It's the kind of like tranquil feel. I don't know how to really explain it. It's just one of those games that are fire and definitely are under the radar, and the price is right for you to buy it.
You know, the thing is, I'll disagree with you. I don't think they're so much under the radar, because the thing is, with a lot of indie games, so with a lot of AAA games, they focus a lot on. Sometimes they can just they can take something and recycle it, repackage it, and people will buy it. Whereas this has a lot of it focuses more on the things they wouldn't focus on. So like the actual, for making it actually look artsy.
Okay.
Whereas Call of Duty obviously looks very photorealistic and looks like a Call of Duty game. Like the indie games tend to be very, very pretty looking. Sometimes they're very minimalistic or whatever, but there's still power in the minimalism.
See, this is the thing though. It's like I see that under the radar because nobody really hears of the game unless somebody else tells you, or you go searching for it. Like take Unravel for example. I wanted to get that game because I'm a big fan of the platforms, 2D kind of just indie games. I love Limbo. I love Inside. I like Little Nightmares, even though that's 3D, but you get the point. But the idea was it's kind of like no one really even knew what Unravel was. But it's awesome to know that it got a number 2. So even though many people probably wouldn't know that this puzzle platforming game was out, called Unravel, where you play like a ball of yarn, basically into like unraveled into a character, and you're running around and stuff. Like that game got number 2. That means the first game did good enough. The front of the hit stores to get a number 2.
Unravel did quite well, like critically and I guess like economically for them. So it's good to see them like continue to support it. Like the big publishers, when they go for like their like indie games, which they've been starting to do more and more in recent years, they're usually pretty good games. Like I know Ubisoft does it, and even EA themselves, they just did A Way Out. Which was really good. Me and Sleep played that together.
Bang, man, go check it out.
Plug.
It's in the playlist.
I've not actually played A Way Out yet, so that's something I definitely gotta check out.
Also watch Big's gameplay on it too. The ending is fire.
Who did you play with, Big?
Leo.
Right.
Who did you play it with?
I played with my boy, Legendary Shonin.
And what a legend he is!
Wait. Oh, Leo's the character in the game. Is that what you're on about? Oh,
yeah.
I thought Legendary Shonin's name was Leo. Right, so that's pretty. Oh, sorry. Actually, Big. I actually forgot you for a second. Sorry. Unravel. Are you an indie game player? Do you play a lot of indie games? Strictly AAA titles or big titles?
Oh no! I'm not strictly AAA titles. If I F with the game, then I F with the game, no matter what the game is. Like no matter like who the producers or the studio is.
Yeah.
Like if the game suits me, then it suits me. But I'll check it out.
Yeah.
This is not me saying no. This is me saying I'll check it out, see what it's saying. If I like it, then I'll pick it up.
The indie game, I know this is kind of off topic. The indie game that I do recommend you guys play if you haven't, it's called Inside. You play a kid with like a red T-shirt, and that's like the distinct feature of it. And you're going through kind of like a world, 2D platforming game. You go through like a world where people are out gunning to get you. You know what I mean? Like they got guards like chasing after you and looking through forests to find you and stuff. Like that game is made by the same people who made Limbo. And
what did the kid do though?
You don't really find out. There's very minimal dialogue. If anything, there's not any at all. It's just it's just you, the kid, the environment, and the danger. And like, there's barely even any music, but it's so awesome. I played that game and beat it in 2 hours and like 50 minutes. I streamed it all the way through, and it came down to like £7 or something on a sale. I recommend that game. It's so good, and it does so little but so much at the same time, if you get my point. And that's what I like about indie games, that they kind of they just hit those parts where you're like, whoa, games are really awesome.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about doing having a day of where I play indie games when I'm like streaming and stuff, and actually having having like a schedule of like, oh, in the middle of the week, it's gonna be an indie game thing where I try and finish an indie game in one sitting.
Well, there's a community, there's a island where the community are really for just indie games. Like,
there's one indie game that I did play that I haven't finished that I actually really want to finish now that I'm thinking about it. I know Shuma's played it. Whether he's finished it or not, I don't know. But it's called Fury.
Oh, no, I didn't finish.
It's actually really good. It's like the art style is up my street because it's very 80s retro type stuff. The soundtrack is quality. The mechanics of the game are really good. Basically, it's like a future Afro Samurai.
What? I'm going. I'll be back by 7:30.
Alright.
Well, I've got to wait for my performances.
Alright, go.
Okay, so that's pretty much EA, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna move on to Microsoft. There's a lot of Microsoft. So I want to kind of
we'll try and dust through all of these. We'll just mention stuff, and I think it's a point where we should probably actually just say yay or nay.
Right? Yeah.
Or nay.
We're gonna kind of speed through. There are a few. Yeah, right. There are a few which I'm gonna try and elaborate a bit on more, but essentially on the Microsoft stuff, games which most people probably wouldn't have known are coming out. We've got a game that's called Captain Spirit. The same.
Yes,
I've got Spirit.
100% day one. 9 days time, I am there. It's going to be on the channel. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Made by the same people who did Life is Strange. I'm getting it.
Yeah, it's free too.
Yes! There you go. Boom.
There you go.
Now, none of you, any of you who are listening to this, you now don't have an excuse.
I recommend to you guys, if you haven't played Life is Strange, to give it a go. It's very slow, but it gets awesome, twisted, weird, cool. It's very, very slow though. So if you're into those decision-making, like Telltale kind of games, if you're into them, Life is Strange is awesome. I have high hopes that the awesome development of Captain Spirit.
Quick side. Telltale did I mentioned that there's going to be a new Walking Dead.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Season 4.
Yeah, Overkill, right?
No.
No. There's an actual Telltale episode 4 coming out, and
26th of August.
Yeah, and then they're changing the mechanics of it, so they're putting in more unscripted fight scenes.
Yeah.
So obviously you get more. If you want to beat up my man with a wrench, you can. You don't have to actually just go around and say, "Oh, there's a wrench that appears to be on the floor. I'm gonna go pick it up." And yeah. So sorry about that. Literally just popped into my head where you said Telltale.
It's cool. I'm a big fan of Telltale, and like I said later on, that will definitely be something I'm going to bring to my channel. I've played all of them, but I'm going to bring it to the channel anyway, just because I want to share it with my viewers, right? Next up is Battletoads. Now, when I saw this, I was kind of like, they're bringing a lot of hype. They got all this comic book kind of vibe going on with this introduction of the game. I don't think they showed any gameplay. And I like Battletoads. It's a hard game.
Getting it.
But they seem to put a lot of hype to it. And if anyone hasn't played it, it's basically just like a beat 'em up game, like a side-scrolling kind of fighting game. It was, I believe it was 3-player, or was it only 2-player?
3
characters. It was 3-player and 3 characters. Yeah, and you're just toads that fight. Essentially, a bit like Streets of
Rage.
Or Final Fight, very similar. Hey or nay, guys, what do you think about Battletoads?
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be hype. It's going to be fun.
Shumo, what are you saying?
Yeah, I would have liked to actually seen it, but yeah, Battletoads is cool. I'll give it a go.
And Big?
I don't have an Xbox.
Oh, you don't. It's only on Xbox PC.
But I'll watch y'all guys stream it.
Nice.
For us, it's whether we're going to get it. For Big, it's whether he's going to watch.
Hey, you definitely should.
Yes.
You definitely should. I'm expecting it to be. Oh, by the way, the game is hand drawn, so it's going to be a bit like Cuphead, like hand drawn.
And speaking of Cuphead, there's DLC coming. New bosses and a new character are coming in the spring of 2019.
This is 2019.
Nice transition.
It looks like Cuphead.
Yeah, what was her name?
She looks like a Cuphead.
There's a character. She's a character in the first.
Capellina.
It's Legendary Chalice. Her name is.
Mad.
Or do you pronounce it Chalice?
Oh, do you pronounce it Chalet?
Is it Miss
Chalet.
Chalice? Miss Chalice or
Cuphead, Mugman, and the name is there. Introducing,
If you
legendary.
guys could make your own Cuphead, what would it look like?
It would look like Donkey Kong's face.
Mine would be like a red solo cup, and he would just be drunk as fuck every time. You know, like the American Fight Club.
He has
That's
a-
what Jordan does when
he
he's
has a-
alone.
He has a sign, I need to go to an AA meeting.
You know what he would be? He would just be a massive red solo cup. Like, that would be his guy. He'd be waved all the time. And especially he would just throw up on people. That's what he would do. Piss people off.
Speaking of pissing people off, Crackdown 3.
Oh my
The transitions are pegged.
Hey, the fire, man. I like it.
Hey, where the horns at?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
But yeah,
Yes.
Crackdown 3. Wow.
Kind of-
Delayed to 2019. Oh my god! Alright, stop.
Jesus,
What are you doing?
this guy, man. All I'm gonna say about Crackdown 3 is it looks okay. It looks fun. It looks kind of like a bit like Saints Row, because Saints Row stole its thunder. Seeing Saints Row has released like 3 games since Crackdown has even released one. But
It's like what's it called again? Paladins and Overwatch.
right. So Crackdown 3 is kind of like a sci-fi kind of agent, kind of police officer, where you run around and the more you play it, and
Super duper RoboCop.
there you go, right? The more you play it, the more you do different things, your guy gets better. So, for example, if you keep beating people up with like melee attacks, your guy eventually his physique gets bigger because he's using so much melee and he does more damage with melee. Same with guns, his get better and
Okay, wait. Does it differ on what race the guy is beating up?
What?
No, it does not. However, I think in Crackdown 1 you could choose a different character. Like his face would be different. So when he transforms, he would look. So you could play a different race of a character, and he would look different based on the character you choose. Right?
No. I was coming across of like if the guy is just beating up like black people, does his armor get buffered more than the other white person?
Does he get a MAGA hat? Make America great again. Is
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I reckon the game might be good. Even though it's been keeps getting pushed and pushed. I still think it has potential to do well, and it does look like it's good. Because we've seen some gameplay of it, we've seen more mechanics of it and stuff. At the actual E3 thing, I was expecting Terry Crews to actually be there, but I think even he knows this is probably not great to be a part of because it's getting pushed and everyone's getting a bit angry.
This is the thing. Terry Crews saved it for me because in my head I saw it. I was like, this is looking a little bit like a Saints Row game. Even though Crackdown did it first, I know, but this is still like a Saints Row game, and the game isn't really offering too much that is new. And then Terry Crews started talking, and I was like, "Yo, I'm kind of feeling it." And then it really sucked me into the trailer. And in the trailer, the key things for me was the whole pick up agility orbs and your character transforms, or you shoot and your character transforms, or your car skill, your driving skill allows your car to transform. Like he was showing all this kind of cool stuff with a Terry Crews.
I played the previous ones, and I won't lie, it is very cool.
And it's good fun. It's good fun. Yay or nay, guys?
Yay.
What about you, Shoobs?
I'm not fussed, to be honest. I don't understand how this game hasn't been cancelled. Because they've cancelled exclusive games that they have, which don't have as many problems as Crackdown 3 does.
I think
They must really want to push this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think they really want to bring it out. And I think they don't want to do a situation where a game comes out early. It's so whack. Because it was supposed to come out like 4 months later, but it doesn't. There's one game that always comes to my mind when this happens, and it is Sonic the Hedgehog 2018. The one for Xbox 360, which is the 3D game. That game was supposed to come out like I think a few months later on down the line. It was riddled with bugs, and it's been told to be the worst Sonic game ever. And now anybody...
You say 2018?
2008. No, 2006, sorry. 2006.
Oh, I know what you're on about now.
Yeah, Sonic, they call it Sonic 06.
Yeah.
And it was really, really bad, and now that game is just the staple of, any bad Sonic game? Oh, it must be Sonic 06. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every game is like, worse than this or worse than that. I don't think Crackdown want to do that. And the thing is, what I hope Crackdown do, and they haven't really announced it yet, is make it so it's what the multiplayer is going to be like. Now, you can make it cooperative, that is fun. But what are you going to add to the co-op to make it more exciting?
Yeah.
Because if you're just going to make it because it's 4-player, the only thing that's going to make it worth getting is because there's no more competition. Saints Row is a pretty much similar game. That's only 2-player. Ages of Mayhem is a pretty similar game. I think that's only single-player. So there's not another game that's 4-player co-op where you can run around, destroy things, power up, and all that type of stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Crackdown 3 is good. What do you think, Shumo? Not Shumo. Big. Sorry. Are you?
Will you watch us play?
You gonna watch?
Oh yeah. Microsoft stuff, right?
No, I was gonna say, do you guys think them pushing it back is gonna have more of a hindrance on it? Because
for me, for the final product of the game, no. When it comes to reputation, yes. I will say that because for me, if you're taking longer to make the game, it means that we're obviously expecting a more complete game. Yeah. And if you have to push it back, I'm like, you know what? Fine.
But how many years have they been making this game for now?
They announced it in 2014. It was supposed to come out in 2016. It is now it is now slated to come out in 2019. Let's see if that one comes out then.
That's 5 years. Yeah.
They must have really been wanting to add to this game. I don't know.
Seriously.
Like, do you think it really takes 5 years for you guys to make a game?
It'll definitely take me 5 years to make a game.
You don't have a studio behind you, though. You don't have a studio like
no, but it's not. They haven't. They've been working on it for longer than 5 years.
Yeah, longer. That's what I mean. Yeah. The second Crackdown 2 was released. They would have had someone on their team or a small team working on it, whether it's just making concept ideas or whatever. They've been working on it for a while. Personally, I think the reason why it's getting pushed back so much is because they're trying to reach perfection. But I believe the title of the type of game it is, I don't think there's any perfection in it. You know what I mean?
It's one. Yeah, it might be a lost cause what they're doing.
I think it might be a case of Microsoft has just invested too much into it, and they don't want to see no return.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll only find out when it comes out. And moving on to the year that it actually comes out, Cyberpunk 2077, when Crackdown 3 will actually be released, full release and everything. This game looks fire.
Oh, yes, it does. Oh,
this
my
game
God.
looks fire. Wallet fingers everywhere. This game looks fire. And we don't need to say.
Hey, slap the horns on. Slap on the horns.
No,
I didn't slap on the horns.
Anything about it. We don't need to say nothing more about this. Cyberpunk 2077, we're all down for. Let's move on to the next game because we don't need to talk about it no more. We all hyped for it.
I just want to.
Let's go!
I do want to add one thing, just to we don't know what it is. It's basically a sci-fi game. I think it's going to be an RPG. I don't know if it's going to have multiplayer. That hasn't been. Sorry. I think it's just single player. Sorry.
Yeah,
they said it's not going to feature any loot boxes or any incremental DLC. So I'm assuming after they finish releasing DLC, they're not going to be like, oh, we got another one in the works. Oh, we got another one in the works. Look, we're like freaking Destiny 2. Anyway, and essentially, I'm guessing it's set in the year 2077, and you're kind of like a funky kind of a rocky kind of world, cyberpunk kind of world, and it seems like everybody's a robot, or at least everything looks to be like roboty android kind of.
Like enhanced.
Right, because it seems like everybody's hooked up to something.
Yeah,
everybody's kind of connected to somebody, or there's like robots connected together or something. So it's very interesting. No gameplay's been shown to my knowledge, and that's pretty much it when it comes to Cyberpunk. Like you said, I'm pretty sure everybody can look into it being good. Whether it will be good, we'll have to see. Because I don't even know if it's a first-person shooter. I don't know if it's a third-person shooter. I don't know.
It's first-person shooter. There has been a gameplay demo behind closed doors, and from what people have been reporting, it looks like really, really good.
Right. Okay. That's awesome.
DMC5.
Yes. Devil May Cry for me. I'll go first. Devil May Cry for me is done. For me, I believe there's so many Devil May Crys that Dante or whoever looks so different in every single one that when I stop playing after Devil May Cry 2, I have completely lost the story.
Devil May Cry 2.
I don't know where the hell we are now, right? One moment I see Dante with grey hair, then I see him with brown hair, but I'm pretty sure in the same game he has grey hair as well. So I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
Where are we?
Let me break it down for you.
Right, thank you.
So,
break it down.
DMC2 was I'm not sure where exactly in the timeline that is, but after DMC2 you had DMC3. DMC3 was a prequel of when he was younger, set before the first game, and then you had DMC4, which I could only assume to that point was the latest in the timeline. And that focused on a different main character, Nero, who was, I believe he's Virgil's son, so Dante would be his uncle. Then they tried to reboot the franchise as DMC, which is when you had the dark-haired guy, the dark-haired Dante, and we don't really talk about that game. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it just didn't feel like Devil May Cry or whatever. I am so happy that Devil May Cry 5 is coming out, and it's back to like Dante and Nero and Virgil and like the regular timeline kind of thing. And it's the original, and it's the original people working on it.
See, for me, Devil May Cry was like a game where Dante, or the main character, so the protagonist, is a badass. He's got them sick weapons. You're greedy, you're beating the crap out of these demons, devil, whatever. And he would say cheesy ass stuff. Like that was what that was my impression.
100%.
Wait, is the Devil May Cry game same as the Devil May Cry anime? Or my
yes, it's the same.
I didn't know the anime. That's
the anime was pretty good. It was like 12, 13 episodes or whatever.
Oh my god! I said they were having sex and then man got eaten by some punani, bro. That's that's wild. Like literally, it sounds so out of context, but guys, it literally happened like that. Like
so that's how you're going out.
I'll prefer going out during sex. You know, can't lie.
Hey or nay for Devil May Cry 5? I know, Shumo, you ain't gonna answer. We already know. Big. What do you think? You're gonna pick it up? See what? Oh, we can't. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna be interested?
I'll watch it.
It's coming out on PS4 too.
It's coming out.
If it's coming on PS4, then I'll watch you guys stream it and play it, and then I'll still make my decision on that.
Before I ask you, Sleep, can I just echo this idea? It's so amazing now that you don't even have to buy a game off the bat to see if it's good. You can watch somebody else play it. And there's so many people you can watch play. You can watch a pro person play it, somebody who's never ever seen Devil May Cry 4, somebody who lives that shit.
Why would you? But the thing is though, yes, and you can watch anyone.
That's why you should watch all of us. I am Sleepless Elite. We have Shumo, we have Big Imperial, and we have PowellGuyGaming. You should watch us play games. Why? Because we're your favorite streamers. Your mum said so. So, I mean, you might as well subscribe right now. Thank you.
Yeah, this one back an idea. So yeah, are you gonna do it? Don't make Cry 5?
I'm not invested in the franchise, so no.
I am also not invested anymore. I treat Devil May Cry to be, it's probably unfair. Sam, please don't get too upset with me. But I treat it as like Final Fantasy a little bit, where it's like there's so many of them, and I'm not caught up. I'm like, you know what? It ain't even worth it, man. Let me get out of here.
I don't want it, man.
Yeah, let me get out of here. So,
well, if you ever want to catch up, there's all of them are available on PS4 at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, the HD collection came to PS4, so that's 1, 2, and 3. If you do want to play DMC, there's a definitive edition of that, and Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, which is the PS4 port, is also on PS4.
I might have to get the HD collection because I did like number 1. I like number 2. I like number 2 as well. So I might get. If I start playing, Spark me play number 3 and the rest of them. So yeah, I might do that, man. I might do that. The next game. We went to the next game. Of Microsoft's conference. This one's going to hit pretty close to home. I've recently been playing a lot of the Division. I'm talking about Division 2 comes out on PS4, PC, and Xbox One. I watched some gameplay, and it looks it looks very Division-y. You're in a squad, and you're an agent, part of the Division. I don't know if they talked about exactly what is happening.
So they went into more detail about that at Ubisoft's conference.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and explain it?
So I think basically what it is. So obviously the first one was set in the winter and in New York. It's now moved over to Washington DC and it's in the summer. And I think a lot of the demo was about going to, I think, Capitol Hill or the White House or whatever it was, and just kind of trying to like reclaim that.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it looks good. It looks like Division. It has the whole. You're a squad, and you have different enemy types, and you have the elites, and just a normal running around dudes. You throw grenades and that good stuff. It's a Ubisoft kind of third-person shooting game. It's a Division game. So if anyone is looking to get into a third-person co-op shooter, by the way, I recommend the Division is probably the game for you. And the Division 2 looks like it's definitely going to reignite kind of the Division. I'm going to pick it up personally because I've been really enjoying the Division 1 recently. So
yeah,
I've been playing that with Shumo and Sleep. So I'll definitely
like we were saying before as well. We tried it before. And due to certain things, we just weren't having fun like that. But then we left it, switched some things up, subtracted some factors, and then we came back to it. And,
subtracted some factors.
We gave it some time, subtracted some factors, and it all added up to a good experience. And I think adding more people and multiplied that experience. So that is the Division. Bang! I just got all 4 of the ticks in. Oh, that was such a reach, and I don't care.
It comes out on the 15th, 2019. I think there's I think there's a beta coming out soon. If you have Division 1, I think you can sign up for that. I don't know if you can. If you don't have it, I'm not too sure. But you can sign up anyway. Big, do you have the Division 1?
I had the Division, sold it, but
sold it.
Yeah. I sold it.
But I know you made no profit. I know you made no return. I know you made no return on that. CEX or Game or whoever the hell you sold it to. Ripped your ass.
I bought it pre-owned and I sold it pre-owned. So hey, it wasn't really caring about the return. It was just one of the games that at the time I wasn't really playing like that.
Did you see Division 2?
Yeah, I did. It kind of makes me want to go like buy another copy of the Division and play it again. So
what I can say to you is that it looks somewhat similar, very similar. So if anybody had an issue with the gameplay mechanics of number one, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a similar issue again with Division 2. Even the stuff like the health bar and the UI, very, very similar.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I did notice we have armor now.
Yeah.
So like you know how the veterans and the elites have armor. You yourself have an armor bar now.
I think it's the kind of like broken into little chunks, isn't it? I think it was shown.
Yeah.
So I saw something like that. So it seems pretty good. I guess with it being in a new town, because it was in Manhattan before, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan.
That's my guy.
My guy, for real, my guy. I'll stamp you out with my Tims, my guy. Don't play me.
You almost sounded Irish.
I'll give it a morning to you. I'll stamp it out with my Tims.
Hey, Sleep. Why don't you give us your Conor McGregor impression?
You know what?
But yeah, Division. So, what I find quite interesting is
you ain't gonna do nothing.
oh my gosh!
Oh my god! I sound like I'm from Peaches ends.
Mayday!
Needle.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh no!
Anyway, back to what I was saying. The Division is quite interesting to me because, like Sleep was saying, we used to play it before, but we just weren't having a good time with it. And when like they were announcing the Division, I wasn't paying it too much mind. But over the last week, I've done basically a complete 180. Like we've the three of us have been playing, and it's been like a lot of fun. I know me and Sleep bought the season passes yesterday for the first game. And what's quite interesting is that, yeah, you can sign up for the beta now. They've also got, in the first division, they've got shields, which are like challenges that you can work towards, which actually unlock stuff in the next game for you.
Okay.
So it gives you something to do if you wanted to play it until, obviously, it comes out in March or whatever. But I'm definitely going to pick it up because I've really, really been enjoying it.
Damn!
I actually kind of hope they keep things relatively the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look too much too different. Just different settings, different stuff to do, which is all I want, really, to be honest.
Yeah, but obviously we want more. There's a few tiny things that I want changed. Some of them are UI stuff.
Yeah, it looks like quality.
I feel like it was like in the first one. It takes a lot of time to get used to, and I'm still making mistakes. But it's one of those things where it still functions, it still works, and it's fine. But it is one of those things where it is a little bit funky.
Right.
A bit clunky, but you know what?
Yeah, I find with Tom Clancy games, there's always like a little element of clunk to it.
Yes, there is. Ghost Recon was the prime example of. Jesus, that game was so clunky. My God. But I loved it though. I love Ghost Recon so much. But yeah, it's more. I don't know. Maybe it's just the engine they run on. I don't even know. I don't know. But yeah, that's the Division 2. I think it's a hay for most of us. Next up is Dying Light 2. Dying Light. Shout outs to Dashi Games. I've not played Dying Light 1. I do want to pick it up. It's currently on
That
sale.
game, nah.
Not fun.
I'm close to them.
Oh, you like it? Oh, okay, right. Hey, Big, do you want to take this segment? Do you want to kind of
well, from what I watched and everything, I didn't play Dying Light the first one, but I watched, actually, like you said, Dashi play it, and other YouTubers play it as well. But in this one, the difference that they're making is that there's each action you do in a mission. Each main mission has a consequence of what action you take. So, for example, they gave an example for if you do a peacekeeper mission by, for example, bringing water to the town. Yeah. If you go around and defeat those people who are holding the water, you bring the water to the town. It makes the town able to better itself. You can see there's actually progress in the town and stuff like that.
It has a bit like a state of decay kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you decide, okay, you know what, I don't want to bring it to the peacekeepers, and I just want to, hold it for myself and with the other people, then there'll be more people challenging you for your water, because water is a state of currency in that time.
Ooh, okay.
So and then just other stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be water. It could be like medicine. It could be like food and other stuff like that. Like necessities that we take for now. That obviously in that time period where the post-apocalypse happens, like those are gonna be more valuable than
commodities at this point.
Yeah. So like that really caught my eye, and I was like I was like, okay, so
right?
I can choose to be help the town, or hold back and just watch everyone fight for each other and cause mayhem. So you can actually play it how you want to play it. You can either embellish the town, let everyone help each other out, or you can be that good superhero and just be like, guys, fight amongst yourselves. Whoever wins, come face me.
I mean, Dying Light, obviously, zombie game, based a lot around parkour, a bit like Mirror's Edge. If anyone's ever played Mirror's Edge, very similar to that. And it's got a Dead Island fighting combat.
Yeah, it's all melee stuff.
Yeah, right. It's very, very, very
melee, whatever you say.
Yeah. Very, very melee orientated. No weapons. It's very melee orientated. I will not be picking up Dying Light 2. Main reason for me not picking it up is because I didn't play number 1, and I love zombie games. I'm a big fan of zombie games, but I think it's just the free running. I don't know if I really care too much.
I think you should play. I definitely think you should play the first one, and it probably might change your mind. Because I want to finish. I'm gonna tell you. I do want to finish the first one.
As do I, and it's another case of us needing to subtract some factors.
So we can add to the fun, multiply some different factors, and then
identify them best.
Then we can devise a plan, identify, and then.
But you should definitely give it a go, Peach.
Give it a go with us, because we're very close to the beginning.
The movement is very very intuitive throughout the world.
Like it is quite, and it's actually fun to do, because you do have options of fighting, but you do prefer. It is actually more fun to run.
See, I think that's
and you'll scream a little bit too.
I always describe it as it's what Dead Island should have been.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
See,
I was such a dead thing.
When it comes to the zombies, I'm always like, yes, like, dude, I gotta run away, but I'm such a big fan of like the idea of the zombies trapping you. I feel like in Dying Light, I can't see there being a way you can ever even die.
You can.
It happens. You definitely die.
Oh yeah, trust me. Like it's a fact of that, because without, this is how many years down the line. This isn't exactly a spoiler, but there are things that will chase you that are as fast as you, and these things are computer programs, so they don't make mistakes. We do. So when you're running away from something, you're like, nah, I need this to be perfect. Otherwise, this thing is gonna gonna grip my body.
Nighttime on that game is peak.
Yeah, I know how to play a night cycle.
Peck. Actually, peck. Like, it's got me shook. Like, I will sometimes want to wait till daytime.
Yeah, so like the particular zombies that come out at night are so leng and just proper, like, they're fast, they're strong, everything.
Proper
you have to run. You have to run as fast as you can.
Take your whole head off.
Innit? Then eat a next plate of jollof.
Go to the kitchen. Then go to the kitchen and then eat a next plate of jollof. Then a next plate of jollof. That's 3 plates of jollof. Then man are well off.
To all my Nigerians and Africans out here, please don't be offended by it.
What do you mean?
Please don't be offended. Enjoy your rice and ketchup in peace.
And that cow bum suit.
Hey, look, Big, I'll save you. I'll save you.
Hey, cow bum soup is nice.
Hey, fuck y'all. You don't eat no cow bum. There ain't no cow bum soup.
Why have you eaten it?
I said there isn't. I said, oh wow.
Damn.
PGG's a rapist.
Wow. This deflection.
Cow bum soup.
Deflect.
Yo, do you have that fight or flight reaction? You're like, oh, fuck you. I'm taking some.
I'll take you with me. It's you, me, and my bowl of cow bum soup. Just me, he could give that to the devil. Hey, he can run things.
Oh look. Let me save you, Big. Let me save you, man. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next one. Fallout 76.
Now, that's how many fallouts we're gonna have during this filming.
No, like I'm gonna kind of start speeding through some of these because
because I was gonna say a lot of these are stuff that we can literally glaze over.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is switch into the quick fire rounds. Fallout 76. It's a Fallout game which is more online-y kind of an adventure. It's very survival kind of aspects. Teams of 4 kind of thing where you can play with real human, with other enemies who are actually
4 times the size of Fallout 4's map.
You can build, and you just basically got to survive and stuff. I think there's a story to it as well, so it's not like a normal survival game where you're just surviving for as long as possible. No, it's an actual you can progress through. But why it's different to this, because I thought it was just going to be another Fallout game. It's got the online features, the whole I can kill and take somebody else's stuff, and I can build and destroy other people's stuff. Like that is something very different that Fallout has never done before. I don't believe so. It's never been multiplayer before. So it's something that is really good, and the reason why
that people have been asking for a long time,
and the reason why I'm so excited for it, I'm not a Fallout fan. Okay, I don't enjoy Fallout as much as other people do. I haven't played Fallout since Fallout 3, so I haven't played New Vegas or 4. But why I am so excited is because if Fallout 76 does well, then who's to say there's not going to be an Elder Scrolls game that can implement the same multiplayer?
You mean like ESO?
I think they will be though.
No, not like ESO, because ESO is not. Yeah, ESO is like.
ESO is an MMORPG.
Right. You got it right.
Don't worry, I know what you mean.
Yeah, right. So Fallout comes out on PC, PS4, Xbox One. Are you guys gonna get?
That's the thing. That might be what's happening. We don't know because obviously Bethesda said that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming, but I think they did hint that it was going to be a single player thing. I don't think Elder Scrolls is ready to go online. Yeah,
in terms of like their actual Elder Scrolls is ready to go online.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it could. It's got a platform too. People would want it. Like if it was the same type of system as this, where you can go as a team and beat people up and take their stuff and whatever. That'd be cool. I personally think that it does have a platform to do that. It's got a chance to do that, and if it really wanted to, they've definitely got the resources, the resources, the team, and the funding to do so.
Yeah, I think Fallout were like Bethesda. Sorry, were like right. So we have Fallout. We have which game can we test out a new system on? Because I don't think this Fallout is part of the mainline.
So this Fallout is set before all of the other ones.
Yeah,
it's like set around the first time when people left the vaults.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically prequel, essentially. It's and
it's set in West Virginia, I think.
I believe so.
Mountain, take me home.
Country road.
Yeah, so the release date is just just above the horizon. It's coming out 4th of November this year, so just over the horizon. Speaking of horizons, Forza Horizon 4.
Hey, take it away, Steve. Take it away.
I'm down for racing games. I'm probably out of anyone here probably the more car oriented person. Same thing. Let's be honest. It's the same formula as the rest of the Horizons. It's open world racing where people will be online, all in the same place. You know, you're all in your different cars. There's different weathers and seasons which will change how the car reacts. I know from earlier Forzas to later Forzas now, they've added in the actual like Forza Motorsport mechanics where you can actually change your spring your spring stiffness, dampening, ride height, roll bars. It's letting you change a lot of those stuff, and I know that this stuff is it's basically Forza Motorsport, but with more fun things to do.
And when's it coming out?
That's basically it's coming out the 2nd of October. So you know, if you want to get it, I'd say probably get the previous one, get the gears rolling. You know, and you know, in this game, bang in these gears. Speaking of gears, next one, Gears of War 5. I think that's actually gonna. I'm kind of excited.
Wait, no, you're not gonna cover the pump fake that they did.
The pump fake. Oh my god! So I was like, oh yes, Gears, another one, and I was like, oh, this is live. But then next thing you know, it was like, oh, Gears of War pop. Like what? What is this? The pump fake.
Let me explain it better. Let me explain it. Right. So everybody's kind of waiting for the next game. Gears of War show. The Gears of War symbol shows up on the screen. Everyone's like, whoa, yeah, woo! And you hear the chainsaw noise, like, you know, from the, you know, you use the gun, I think it's the Lancer, the chainsaw at the bottom of it. So everyone's like, yo, it's going to be so sick. The Gears of War sign gets cut through from the chainsaw, and next minute, this little Marcus Phoenix pops through the screen. He's a Pop Funko figure. So the crowd goes silent, like, what the fuck? The other Gears of War members jump. Basically, they advertised this mobile game called Gears of War Pop, which I'm guessing it's Gears of War on mobile devices with pop figures. No one cares. So then they decide, and that's coming out on Android and iOS, by the way. Then they decide they're going to show off this game called Gears Tactics, which is very similar to XCOM, which is like a strategy kind of turn-based shooter where you kind of command a team. And that comes out on PC. So they showcase that. Everyone's like, you know what? That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. Whatever, it's cool. And then they decide to be like, oh yeah, just so you know, we are actually releasing Gears of War 5. We're just fucking with you. so then they show Gears of War 5 off, and the crowd goes insane. Oh, woo! And I haven't followed Gears of War since Gears of War 4, since Gears of War 3, sorry. So I'm a little bit behind the timeline. But what I can say,
I need to finish 3 as well.
It has a very strong story. It was a very strong background. So
I'm saying, because me and Shuma have been playing them together, and I've been telling him since we said we were going to do them. I said, wait for number 2. Because I was telling him number 2 story hurts.
Number two stories is amazing, but Gears 5.
I remember playing it, and I felt every piece.
Hey, honestly, it's amazing. If you haven't played it, recommend you try out Gears of War stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've seen it before. I haven't played them before. I haven't played Judgment. Sorry, I can't make a judgment on that. But what I can make a judgment on is the gameplay they showed in Gears 5. The main character you're playing, I believe her name is Anne. I don't want to say her name because I don't know if I'm butchering it. But
it's Kate Diaz.
I said Kate Diaz. Wow.
Okay. Anyway,
was this the main character? You're talking about the main character for the new one?
Yeah, Gears 5.
Yeah, Kate Diaz.
Is her name Kate?
I'm literally reading it. It's Kate Diaz.
Oh, there you go.
It's just spelled funny.
There you go. Okay, right. So,
Kate with the S.
Sorry, I thought Kate Diaz was another. I thought it was kind of actor. So I was like,
I mean, Cameron Diaz.
That's who I'm probably thinking of. And I also thought you said Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz!
Hey, man, like Nate.
He heard McGregor and he came running.
He's like, huh? I heard somebody isn't going to do nothing. Where's he at?
Right, and the game just looks like Gears of War. Yeah, I'm happy as a kind of like a female kind of role, like main role, because I know women get mad emotional about that shit. So I guess that's pretty awesome.
And I just hope I personally hope for the game that there is a good, nice, decent amount of.
Wait, nice good amount of what?
You cut out.
If I cut out, it's fine. Don't worry. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Gears of War 5, I can say that everyone who has an Xbox or a PC is coming out for both. That's coming out in 2019. Don't have an exact date yet. We'll pretty much probably pick it up if you're a Gears fan. Gears of War Pop ain't no one getting that. And Gears Tactics might launch in 2009. I don't know yet. That's pretty much it. I'm going to cover the next part. It's Halo Infinite. I know you guys have played Halo before. I'm a big Halo fan. I do really enjoy it. But I'm not getting too excited for this yet. Main reason for it being is because when Halo switched from being Bungie to 343, a lot of changes. There was a lot of changes that went, and I like some changes and I hated some changes. But they said that they were going to attempt to do what Bungie did by making 3 mainline Halo games. Now, bear in mind, you have Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, and 4. And, I think 4, 5, Halo Infinite, another Halo game, then Halo 6, and then they will put it to bed. I think that's the way it's going to go. So I don't have much this game because I don't see any gameplay yet. And it's not Halo 6.
Yeah. Apparently they're saying they're saying this game is a long way off. So this might not even be coming in the next year or the next 2 years. It might be like 2021.
There we go.
Crackdown 4 confirmed.
That's when Crackdown 4 will get rumored.
So just quick question. Do you
reckon Crackdown 4 will come out before we all die?
Dude, it's gonna come out when Half-Life 3 comes out.
Listen, unless Crackdown 3 is like a smash hit, that they're not getting a sequel.
No,
I'm so confused as to why I got a sequel, but I'm like, okay. It did. Some things, I'm not gonna.
It got a sequel because it was good co-op fun, and they thought we could make it 4-player co-op. That's why, and that's the only reason why I subscribed so, because it was 4-player co-op. I had the wingsuit too, and zombies. I guess it's that though. Yeah. So Halo. Quick question. Do you guys mess around with Halo like that? Do you guys really like Halo?
Yeah, I just reinstalled the whole Halo series on my Xbox, so I'm ready to play through it all.
Yikes! Well, that's pretty awesome. What about you, Shoes? You a big fan Halo fan?
So I used to have an original Xbox. I've only played Halo 1 and 2. I do have the Master Chief Collection. So I do want to go back through them. I'm not that invested. It's kind of a case like with you and Devil May Cry. It's like I don't care too much. I enjoyed 1 and 2, but I am willing to give it a shot, I guess.
What about you, Big? Are you Halo fan?
Nah.
Fair. All I can say to you, if you haven't played Halo before, don't play the campaign. Play it on normal because Legendary will piss you off because the bloody snipers on the Jackal snipers will just murder your face every time. So don't do that.
Basically, basically, Legendary Halo campaign is like Big Imperial trying to play God of War on the hardest difficulty. It just doesn't work.
It's ridiculously dumb.
So
it
does work, and all of y'all just motherfucking haters.
I mean, it definitely doesn't work because we watched you fumble.
We also watched you delete that video and then restart the game on normal.
Hey, that exposed. Hey, big, look.
Hey, they ain't got no evidence of it. I'm just saying.
I mean, my memories say otherwise.
Your memory. Hey, you got amnesia.
I'm pretty sure I downloaded that stream before you could delete it.
I'm pretty sure that's the opposite of amnesia.
I respect you for playing on the hardest difficulty, but my advice is when you play a new franchise game, don't play that shit on the hardest difficulty, man. You're looking to ruin your day. God of War on the hardest difficulty. God of War on hard was ridiculous. I got to that.
Yeah, I know that now. I know that now. I'm just saying, like, that just don't happen.
Come get him.
Nino.
Mayday.
Yeah. So, moving on. Still in the Microsoft stuff. Jump Force, fighting game, and arena fighting game. Various anime characters from different worlds to kind of just fight each other. They're like the characters from like Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Death Note. Probably Toriko as well. I'm assuming that he'll probably be in there too. And it's very similar to J-Star it's called J-Stars. J-Stars Victory. You know, all the characters kind of come from different games and they clash and you can fight. What I think will be good will be Jump Force will take the J-Stars and be like, oh, we can develop a better combat system for it. That's what I feel like was ruined for J-Stars. The combat system wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I played it at my friend's house. I was like...
Exactly that. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. No, sorry, go on.
Yeah, exactly that. It suffered from just not feeling right. Good.
No, it's like I feel like Jump Force. I saw a little bit of gameplay. I'm not that impressed. I think it's because I see Dragon Ball Fighters, and I see Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and I see the Naruto Shippuden. What's it? It's called Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
I see them, and I'm like, that fighting is so awesome. But I think the issue is when it comes to these characters, especially anime characters, come from different worlds. They all fight separately. So to put them in a game where they can all fight separately but still be universally great is very, very tough. You play the game dedicated to that world, and it's awesome. It feels like, yo, I'm Luffy, I'm a pirate, I'm gonna swing my fist all the way around.
You're a pirate.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm Goku, I'm a power up most as I can, and I'm about to left. It's Kamehameha. Like,
then I come true like Sanji.
Right? It's awesome. But just to say, Jump Force is a 3v3 tag. A 3v3 battle. I think they said tag system. It's 3D, so it's not like a Dragon Ball Fighters or like a what's it? Guilty Gear, like 2D stuff, or something like that. But I think it's going with the same kind of feel as like a Poke tournament. You know what I mean? Like is it Pokemon tournament?
Pokemon
tournament, where it's like I think you're kind of restricted to a battle area. It's kind of like shipped over player one's kind of side of the screen, like Naruto, Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
But it's like an arena battling kind of game, which I think is going to be good. I just hope that they can get the fighting styles for each of the characters down. Once they do that, then they can make the game look pretty. I think if you can do that first, get the gameplay sorted, then make the game look pretty, because the game is going to look a little bit weird because each of the characters, even though they're like Shonen Jump characters, they still look a little bit awkward.
I actually really like the art design in this one. It's a bit different and like less like a comic book kind of thing. They kind of look like action figures, which is I just find it interesting.
Which is unique.
They had they had a game on the DS. I think it was called Jump Ultimate Stars. And, and that was really good. Like it was kind of like a Smash Bros type of game. And they let you like customize all your movesets and stuff like that for your team. And like in a comic formation kind of thing. And like the bigger the comic strip for that character, the more powerful it was and stuff like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a really good game. So they can do combat well. It's just, I think on a bigger platform it might be a bit harder for them, but hopefully they can nail it this time.
Oh man, that's pretty. You know what? To be fair, now you've reignited that that memory for me. I'm kind of like, I'm looking forward to this game now. There's a few games I want to kind of glance over real quick, because there's a game coming up which I think we should spend more time on too. We've got Just Cause 4 that's coming out. I don't know if anyone asked for this, but it looks the same as every Just Cause. I think there's more. Right, okay. Right, no, okay, fair enough. Okay,
I told him to make it.
In that case, no, go.
I'm joking.
Okay, all right. No, in that case, talk about it. It comes out I think it's December 4th. And the last game I never got around to completing, number 3, because I got bored. I think because it seemed like it was just a lot of going to different outposts, and
I think once you get over the whole jumping around and blowing shit up, that's all. Then it just becomes boring.
Right. Shimo, are you a big fan of Just Cause?
I played Just Cause 2 quite a bit. It's enjoyable. It's just like a sandbox, like just blow shit up, like kind of like a Saints Row type of game.
Yeah.
I've got number 3 through, I think it was PlayStation Plus, which I haven't gotten into. I haven't tried it yet, but I mean, there's a market for it. People like just like a dumb action game sometimes.
Yes, true. That's true. And Sleep. You're a fan of just. Nope.
Guess not.
Not particularly.
No, it's cool. It's cool. All I can say to you, I didn't see much of a difference between 2 and 3. I can't see much of a difference between 3 and 4. Other than a few things like I think you can wingsuit now, or you can wingsuit in the previous one. And
Yeah, you can wingsuit in the previous one.
And it looks like there's a lot of natural disasters. I saw in there, so I guess there's that too. But it's still like a deserty kind of foresty area. I do think there are different areas now, though. I do think they have different like environments now, though. So I think some stuff is more destructive. Like I think that you can like smash through windows and stuff like that too. So that's pretty cool. Next game up is Kingdom Hearts 3. Is anybody super duper excited for this?
I am.
There you go.
I think you can take this away. Actually, to be fair, I think you can tell us about this.
There's not much to be said really. I've been waiting for this game for fucking 10 years because Square Enix is Square Enix, and
Oh wait. Do you think Crackdown will come out before Kingdom Hearts?
Oh my goodness.
when is Crackdown supposed to come? February.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be January, so
Mad.
no. unless it gets delayed.
Sorry guys, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Hold on.
Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, there's not much to cover really. If you're a fan of the franchise, you know what's up. But yeah, there was like Kingdom Hearts was shown at like 3 different conferences this year. So Xbox, Square, and Sony's conference. And Sony actually had the best trailer of it. It showed off Jack Sparrow coming back, because in Kingdom Hearts 2 you got to go to Pirates of the Caribbean world, and now it's back and it looks crazy. Like I like what they're doing with the graphics. I'm excited to play it. I've always been a big fan of the franchise, but it's confusing as hell for anybody like from the outside looking in.
You see, my thing is when first of all, the gameplay. Let's talk about the gameplay. I like the look. And what I like about Kingdom Hearts 3, what's really pulling me in, it's like, it seems like you don't just use the Keyblade. I feel like there was kind of like a yo-yo kind of spinning blades kind of weapon. I think they showed at one point.
Yeah, in this one, it looks like you kind of, it looks like kind of like summoning different weapons.
Yeah,
because at the heart of it, it's always going to be your Keyblade, but like the different modes that you activate, depending on your skills and stuff, will let you have like different playstyles. Like I remember in number 2, which was on the PS2, there was like these special modes you could enter. One, you would like float around and you'd shoot out of your Keyblade. Another one, you'd have 2 Keyblades and use that. Another one, you'd kind of like float around and like telekinetically use a load of shit. And
right?
Yeah, it gets crazy, but yeah, from all the, like these trailers, it seems kind of thematic with the world that you're in. So like the Toy Story one, you can jump into like toy robots and like fire them and use them to your advantage, kind of thing. And yeah, like you were saying, there's like yo-yo things. I've seen they've incorporated somehow like Disney rides from you being able to summon them. But yeah.
Right. I think one thing I gotta say, it's
What?
Oh,
Hello.
sorry, you disappeared for a moment.
Oh no, sorry, it was Google trying to notify me about some bullcrap I don't care about. Thank you, Google, for ruining the whole production. Good job. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts for me, I think it's in a good spot. Yeah, it's taken a long time to be released, and I would love for it to be released. But I think the struggle is like, when do you release it, man? Disney come out with a new film like every year or something. if you release it too soon and like I don't know, I hit Disney film because you ain't got the character in the game, you're screwed. So I don't know when you release that. It's kind of
Give you some complications with releasing it too soon, isn't it?
Dude. This guy,
Wait. What was that in reference to? I'm confused.
So many things.
A lie. I think it's just better to leave your minds to it.
But yeah, it's coming January 29th, I think. There's so many, to be honest, there's so many Disney characters in these games. You'd never be able to keep up with it all anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Metroid. Not Metroid, sorry.
Metroid?
Sorry, not Metroid. I wish Metroid. Exodus. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it looks pretty cool. Now, I've got Metro, I think it's Metro 20, what's it? Metro 20?
2033.
Yeah, I've got both of them. Because it's like
what is it, Last Light first? Last Light?
Last Light's the one afterwards. And I've not played any of them. But
I own two of them. I own the two.
And like, this new one though, I saw it on an advert, bro. On an advert. And you know, normally I'm like, yo, I'm skipping this damn advert. Man, get off my screen. Look how I got ad block on. But this advert caught me off guard. I was like, yo, kind of sick. And lo and behold, before I knew it, I was like 1 minute and 33 seconds in. I was like, oh, yo, this is sick. It basically looks pretty good. I know you're just fighting loads of like monsters and stuff, but it looks at the first-person shooting game coming out on the 22nd of February. If anyone hasn't seen it, I recommend you do check it out. I can't really talk much about the history of the game as I've not played them, but one thing I can say it's definitely a game you should take a look at for sure. Keep moving on. I'm going to kind of skip a few. Kind of move on to more the popular ones. I know
skip the dead ones.
I know. PUBG is getting a new Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves getting a new DLC. Shadow's died. Yeah, Shadow died twice. That's like a Dark Souls-esque type of game. If you haven't, I recommend.
Basically, Neo.
So this what's it called? Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. This was teased back at the Game Awards, and it's From Software's new game, the guys who make Dark Souls.
I can't wait.
And everyone thought it was hinting at a new Tenchu game.
Yes, I know, right?
And which I would have been really hyped for. But this does look really good.
It still looks like Tenchu anyway. This is Tenchu without the actual name on Tenchu on it.
It's weird that this and Neo exists.
Yes,
especially because obviously Neo is kind of like it looks like a Dark Souls type formula, just like for samurais or whatever. This seems to be Dark Souls.
This feels like them going, "Hey, we're going to show you how to do a Dark Souls game."
Right?
with Sumarus.
I think this one is more ninja than samurai.
Yeah, because he's what is it? One guy with a grappling hook for a hand.
Yeah, his arm looks really weird. It's like grappling hook, shield, axe, like everything.
Right?
Listen, so all he's missing is the kitchen sink.
Dude's a multi-tool, like
Swiss Army arm.
Crazy.
Swiss Army arm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's finally got through people. I think it took us about 15 minutes, but we got there. We're gonna keeping. We're gonna make the ball keep rolling. Professor, they announced or they showed Rage 2. Once again, like I said 2 weeks ago, not the biggest fan. It looks okay. It looks a bit more.
That's alright.
I know you got Doom.
Doom Eternal looks dope.
Yeah,
this looks pretty good. I'm excited for Doom.
Big fan of
Doom. Always fun.
Doom.
Yeah. I need to finish I need to finish it because I was enjoying it. I just ended up getting distracted by other things.
Yeah, dude. If you not
because it was bad, just because these things I just really wanted to play.
Right. I know they got Prey, a DLC for Prey.
Yeah, Moon Crash.
Not played Prey yet. That's a game I want to pick up.
I own it and I've played a little bit. But I decided I wanted to stream it.
Right.
So that's coming to the channel soon.
Wolfenstein, they got a game coming out. Has anyone played it?
I know Shima has.
The Wolfenstein reboots that Bethesda are doing are really good. If you just like balls to the wall action kind of thing, ridiculous like over the top Nazi killing
Gore.
bullshit. Yeah,
Right,
it is
right.
really good. So there's 1 and 2. 2 came out recently, last October, I think. This is DLC for that. This is the main protagonist's twin daughters, and it's set in the 80s. So yeah, it's not a full game. It's like a side game kind of thing, DLC game.
Is the DLC free?
Probably not.
No. I think the next one I'm going to move on to is a game called Starfield. Because I don't know much about Starfield. I saw the trailer. And I've not seen much about it. They say it's supposed to come out on next generation consoles.
That's what I was going to mention. I was like, because this gets into a whole different, a little sub conversation that we can have if you guys want to.
I think we should really change it to another podcast. I think Starfield we can definitely put in another category because they did talk about next generation consoles.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Starfield.
The little picture.
The only thing is, I wonder if it's very similar to Elite Dangerous because for me that stuff that I was talking to Shumes about this. I like games that because I was saying that because we were talking about Sea of Thieves because we played it for the first time and we were talking about how the game is a lot slower paced and I'm okay with that because for me it's just because you're with friends. Because usually when you're doing these games, you're with friends. So usually it's funnier when we're all together, just talking nonsense or whatever. Like while we're trying to get from point A to point B, which is where these games are fun. Which is why I wanted to get Elite Dangerous on PS4 and see if I can coax a few of you guys to actually get it too, so we can all be part of a space crew.
Right. Okay.
The Elite Spacefaring crew, and
wow.
But that's what, and I'm wondering if that's what it's going to kind of be like.
Okay.
Like I kind of hope it is. But regardless, we don't know anything. We don't really know too much because it's a long while away.
Yeah, we don't. We all you see is the picture for planet. I don't even have to
that's it.
Bethesda came out and said, next gen, and it's their first original IP. Since for 25 years. So obviously Fallout and Elder Scrolls, stuff like that, they never owned that. They acquired that and developed for it then. So this is something completely original from Bethesda Studios or whatever.
You know what? Talk about Elder Scrolls 6 got announced. I'm not going to go too crazy for it. Just the same reason why I didn't get too crazy for Halo Infinite. You don't know nothing about it yet.
Yeah, okay. Too much. There's a lot of these games. There's a lot of unknown factors, so I don't think there's a lot of them where we could be like yes, because it's like
they did announce that this is the game after Starfield, so it's probably going to be a next gen one as well, and it's probably quite a ways.
Oh out. Yeah. Like I'd say minimum 3 years.
Yeah,
minimum 2-3 years.
Elder Scrolls are also looking to do a strategy card game called Elder Scrolls Legends to probably compete with Hearthstone, and there's another really popular one. What's the other one? Is it Gwen?
Gwen, from The Witcher.
Gwent, from Witcher, yeah.
Right, they're probably going to try and compete with that. They also released an update on a DLC called Somerset for Elder Scrolls Online, which I cannot wait to release so I can actually play it. I'll give you another reason to get back into Elder Scrolls Online.
Have you done Morrowind?
No, I have not.
No, it's what is it called? Somerset. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that.
I'm asking him if he's done Morrowind.
Oh. If you guys ever do get Elder Scrolls Online,
I have it just for PC.
For the PS4. I'm gonna do that for the PS4. Super duper cheap now, but I think they're trying to stop you from getting the original edition and having to buy the new edition only off the store. So you're probably best to go to the shop for it. If you ever do get it though, I recommend it. It's really good. I'll definitely play it with you. I have high level characters. It's good fun. Moving on to Quake. I don't know if you guys ever played
Champions.
You ever played Quake?
I've been trying to. I've downloaded it on Steam, so I've got it ready to go.
Quake Champions is just like any other Quake game. It's very reminiscent of like Doom as well. I'm a big fan of Quake. Okay, I'm a big fan of Unreal Tournament Quake. These are my kind of like jams, arena shooters. But you either feel it or you don't feel it. For me, I can't really imagine you really liking Quake if you're not into fast-paced, bullet hell, fast-paced. Right? So, Big, this is not the game for you.
Pew, everybody gonna die.
This is not the game for you, my guy. All right, I would not do that. Yeah,
Fallout Shelter. That's it's. I mean, apparently it's coming. The only difference is really it's coming to PS4 and Switch. I feel like you've played it.
Shelter's a mobile game that they released, I think, 3 years ago, just before Fallout 4 came out. It's cool, whatever. It'll feel quite good on the Switch, obviously, because Switch's handheld mode is a touchscreen as well. It's a good little like time wasty game.
Yeah. I'm upset that this joke isn't actually real, but Skyrim Very Special Edition. I'm upset that isn't real.
Oh no, it is real.
Apparently, but this article I'm reading is apparently it isn't.
No, it is. You can go on to the Alexa thing and put it on there.
Damn.
So I need to go buy an Alexa real quick, guys. Hold on 2 seconds.
It's just the other stuff wasn't real, so like the Samsung fridge and stuff like that.
Bro, I'm gonna slide into. I'm gonna slide over to the Square Enix. Right, we're gonna start knocking some more of these out the park. Obviously, the main one is the Shadows of Tomb Raider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shadows of the Tomb Raider. So let me get that correct. You know what I'm saying? I played Tomb Raider for Xbox 360.
Yeah, the reboot.
Xbox 360. Yeah, the reboot. 2014 one. That was awesome. I've not played the 2016 version.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I haven't played that one.
Yeah, they're great games. They're just like Uncharted-esque, just a little bit darker. I'm pretty happy with what they're doing with the reboot. Shadow of the Tomb Raider looks really good. They did like a bit of a gameplay dive on it. They're showing a lot more combat options when it comes to stealth and just interacting with enemies in general. So yeah, should be another good game. They haven't kind of missed yet with it.
Moving further in, I know there's a crossover going on between Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy Online. I don't know what version of Final Fantasy the online mode is. Is that
Final Fantasy 14. 14.
14, that's it. 14.
Yeah.
They got a crossover. I didn't really explain what that is all about. I don't know if you're just going to Final Fantasy characters join the Monster Hunter world.
No, so one way. So it goes both ways. They're gonna have a monster from Monster Hunter come into the Final Fantasy 14 game, where I guess you all fight it together, kind of thing. And they also have a Final Fantasy monster come into Monster Hunter, called a Behemoth, I think it was, or something like that. Where obviously in Monster Hunter you'll go hunt it.
Right.
It's a cool little thing.
I'm gonna go over to Ubisoft.
For Ubisoft, let's just ignore Just Dance 2019. No one cares.
Oh my gosh! All right, so this is exactly what I was saying that I wasn't looking forward to. Just Dance 2019. Every fucking year they do this flipping
bullshit.
Yeah, this dance number or whatever. But what I find the most baffling is that Just Dance 2019 is coming to the original Wii. Exactly.
That don't make no sense.
It's coming to the PS3 and the 360. Does make more sense, but
the original Wii.
Let the original Wii die.
If this makes it any better, Just Dance, I think they're adding in more avatars, and also I think they're making it 8-player. So I don't know if that makes it any more exciting for the.
Okay, let's just stop talking about Just Dance 2019. Let's talk about the highlight, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh wait, before we jump onto that, I was going to say there was two things that you missed from the Square event, which were actually two new games. Platinum Games is developing a game called Babylon's Fall, which is probably going to be an action game,
Action
kind of like
fighter.
Bayonetta-esque. And another one called The Quiet Man, which was a really weird trailer because it started off as live action and then it went into the game, and it basically looked like you're a deaf guy that just beats people up. So there was
Daredevil?
he's not deaf, but
He's impaired.
well, unfortunately, he has to shh. All he hears is shh. But yeah,
Hey.
that was just a quick update from the square. But other than that, everything else was shown everywhere else.
Hey, nice, good find there, man. I want to talk about the Beyond Good. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna leave Sleep to talk about the Beyond Good. But I'm gonna say something that's gonna trigger him.
Nothing you can say can trigger me, because you know what? I don't care about anyone else's opinion. I'm getting it day one.
I want him to be so pet peeved.
So what do you think about Assassin's Creed Origins?
You say Assassin's Creed Oranges?
Wow.
No, that is a game. That's an Assassin's Creed I would play. A little orange in a hood, just like yes.
Blend, and then you turn into orange juice.
Citrus attack.
Citrus attack.
In men's eyes. Criminal scum.
To me, it's just a cinematic thing right now. So I can't even get hyped for it. Like,
Have you played the first one?
No, I have not.
Say no more.
So like, I can't get hyped for it because it's just cinematic. Well, to me, it's like if I get excited for this, it looks awesome. The sounds and the music and everything seems cool. The graphics look. I mean, the cinematic looks awesome. But it's like until I see that actual gameplay, or until I see the in-game engine.
They showed a very, very small amount of it, but not a lot.
Yeah, they showed what they were calling pre-alpha footage.
Yeah, I saw that. So sleep. Take it away, man. Take it away.
Yeah. So obviously the reason why this is such a twist is because obviously from the first one, you play as a character called Jade. You see this all in the trailer, so blah blah blah. I'm not leaving with saying no spoilers for the first one, but you play a character called Jade, and you're with this pig called Paige, and you guys are just cool, isn't it? But the fact that but this is a prequel, and when I found out that the supposed potential villain was Jade, it just blew my mind. I was like, so now I want to, and I really want to know backstory, which is why I'm so hyped for this, because it's gonna answer questions I've had for I don't know, a long while.
I have a question. So in the first game, you said it's Jade and Paige, the pig.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the first time they meet?
No.
Okay.
That's not the first time they meet.
Okay.
But they're obviously very familiar.
Okay. No, that's fine.
But yeah, like I said, there was questions that I had, and I was like, because they actually coexist with each other. Because I think they run an orphanage or whatever. But it's just like, it's just so sick. Like I'm hyped for it. Like just the fact that the characters look dope. The fact that you put, I think the fact that the person who the protagonist that you're actually playing is a black guy. I think that's extra dope.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I can assume. And for me, just everything around it, like just before how it looks, how the characters interact with each other from what you see in the cinematic trailers. I'm hyped. I'm already on the boat. I'm already on the boat. Send me away.
Just to send me away, you know. Jeez.
Where
you
I'm ready.
I want to keep it going, and I want to talk about. You guys have seen the game Skull and Bones?
Oh, I want to get that as well.
We
all have to get that. We all have to get that and sail the 7 seas.
It's it's Pirate Game, right? They are, I think, trying to compete with Sea of Thieves. I think that's safe to say. And they're saying it's a game which is going to share a massive online world where you can team up with people to control the seas. Now I've not played Sea of Thieves, so Shooms and Sleep, you guys are gonna chip in because I'm sure.
Hey, get a pound, get a Game Pass, download it. We'll do it tonight. That can be the stream.
I'm sure Big Imperial, right? So
Wait, what?
You sure he has what?
He hasn't played Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
Right,
No.
right. So in Sea of Thieves, what's the objective?
So this was
ultimate booty.
this was kind of what stemmed our conversation before when Sleep was talking about he likes the slower pace kind of thing. I'm fine with like the slower paced like gameplay or whatever, because like you were saying, like the journey is fun when you're with your friends and stuff, and like and you're just doing stuff. But for the moment, I can't really tell what the objective of the game is, other than just collecting treasure.
Right. Okay.
Those type of games tend to wear thin with me, like kind of quicker. So kind of like No Man's Sky kind of thing, where you're just like going around collecting stuff and
Can we just admit that No Man's Lie was just fraud?
Yes.
I haven't played it.
No one's denying that.
Well,
like, it's in the same.
To its finest.
You'd know about that, wouldn't you?
Trust me, he helped Biscuit commit that fraud.
Oh my gosh.
Biscuit's this
Biscuit's that. He goes to the kitchen and he grabs him on back. But yeah, it seems like in a similar vein, there's not like a main objective kind of thing. Like you don't have
there's like no end
quests. Yeah, like you have like voyages, which are kind of like bounties that just give you like hints in like little directions of where to go, and gives you like a little task to do. But it's not like there's like mainline quests and like side quests kind of thing. It's kind of you exist in the world, you be a pirate.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. For Honor's got a new DLC coming up. They're calling it For Honor Marching Fire DLC. They got a new faction. They got 4 new maps, and I believe they have some single player content which they haven't revealed yet. They've also got a new game mode coming out called Breach, which I think is going to be pretty exciting, which sees teams of 4 players battle with each other. So I'm guessing,
Wait,
rather than so Dom, you got Dominion, which is 4v4, right?
Yeah, that's
I'm
4v4,
assuming
yeah.
that Breach is going to be 4v4 v4v4. So you're gonna have the samurais. So you're gonna have the samurais. I explained it. You have the samurais, the knights, the Vikings, and this new faction, which I don't think they have a name for it yet.
I think they're like
the
Chinese Empire kind of thing.
Yeah. So that seems to be pretty cool. It's really the game modes that I care. Change the game modes. If you make some new game modes, that's pretty. We all know what. And there's not that much else they can really do with the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty awesome when it's not booky. But as for that, new game modes is pretty awesome.
But yeah, I think we should start really whizzing through some of these. This list is very long.
Yeah, right. So let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up for the Ubisoft stuff. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The only reason why I'm not going to speak now, because I don't think anyone really is looking forward to playing the Assassin's Creed game.
I'll probably pick it up.
You probably pick it up. Okay, fair enough.
It's a probably, not a yes. I'm getting it.
Did you play Origins?
No.
You should probably get that one first. To be fair, that one seemed to be really good in terms of how many people play it. The Crew 2, that's coming out, driving game. I probably will not get that game because the Crew 1 was hit and miss to me.
Garbage. Transference is definitely going to be good.
Man like Frodo.
Trust me.
Yeah, Frodo, my guy.
I think I like the setup for it. It looks really good.
You know what? Yeah.
The setup does look good, and I'm definitely going to get it for VR.
Right. I agree. So many time. I'm gonna blitz through these two.
Okay, let's just spend time on what we will. Let's just spend time on the things that we should be talking about, which is
Wait,
The Last of Us Part 2. Go on.
I was gonna say before we go, just one more thing on Beyond Good and Evil 2. I wanted to just mention and just see what you guys thought. So they brought out Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he was talking about his company, Hit Record or whatever it's called, which is like kind of like a crowd.
Like where everybody comes together to put art together.
Yeah, kind of like crowdsourced projects.
And music too.
And they're implementing that into Beyond Good and Evil 2, so you can have some of your assets and stuff like that in the actual game. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's really good for creatives. Because, I'm not sure. I think they'll probably get credited in the game somehow. But I think the fact of... Because, players aren't just... People who play games aren't just gamers. They do other stuff. So, we all do... We all have our lives outside of our consoles and stuff like that. So... Some people are artists, and one game might inspire an artist to create art for it. And it's definitely a thing of, you could say probably at least one person who's played Beyond Good and Evil has wanted to do some art or whatever. And the fact that they now have a chance to have their art featured in a franchise that they love, I don't see anything bad from it. Especially because of the fact of it's not a case of they take someone's thing and then that's it. Like they might tweak it because of something somebody else does. So then you get this you get this finished product that has loads of influences and that they're all happy with.
Agreed. I think it opens up more avenues, and it's always get together and actually assist with a game. Who knows, the main awesomeness for Halo was like Forge Worlds. You can make your own maps, and then you could actually submit them to Bungie, and they would then feature it in playlists on matchmaking. That is definitely like a cool thing.
Having your players be able to influence the game itself, whether it's artistically or mechanically, and getting them to actually come up with ideas and actually having an input themselves, it always can't go bad.
Right.
Granted, there are ways that it could go bad, but if done correctly, it will never be a bad thing.
There you go. So PlayStation 4, right? There's so many good ones. Which
Can we focus on like can we just focus on the main ones? The main ones are like, for me, the Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Right.
Oh yes.
Potential. I'm not too sure about Control, but Control looks dope.
Yeah.
It does look pretty good. We heard a little bit more of Death Stranding, but not a lot. Neo 2, Spider-Man, and
dude, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's true. But let me just say, Last of Us 2, everybody's hyped for that. I don't think we really need to say much more on it.
I think that's for a different podcast. We go into detail about it in a different podcast.
Yeah,
I do want to touch upon Ghost of Tsushima though, because that is something definitely new that I don't think anyone was expecting to come out.
But it looks sick.
It looks so good, man.
Like open world samurai. Like, boom.
You're on some Samurai Jack shit with this, you know?
Oh my god, don't make me start playing the Samurai Jack beat.
You know what it is though? It's like the graphics number 1 is awesome, but it has that Shadow of Colossus kind of feel.
But you know what else as well?
It's just open field.
And you know what else? It captures the time.
It looks like it.
The art style, how it's done, it captures like it makes it feel like it is in feudal Japan. I'm gonna plug it in there.
It's for open world as well. Like,
yeah, I said that. It's open world samurai game. Yeah. I need to see. But there's no date. There's no release date. But oh boy, does it look sick!
Right, Big. I know you were pretty hyped at the beginning of the podcast. Do you want to add anything to it? Because we have had to speak for a little bit. So, want to add anything to that?
I think you guys really covered it. There's not really, obviously, it's literally wasn't a game that was under everyone's radar until it came out, and he was like, "Oh, okay." definitely when it comes out, I'm most likely we will be getting it day one.
See, the thing is with me, it was kind of like it looked like kind of like you could kind of go around the world like you do in Shadows of Colossus. If you ever play Shadows of Colossus, the world is pretty much open. You just find your way to whatever boss you need to fight, right? It looks kind of similar to that in terms of not very many loading screens, in fact, any. But at the same time, it's like it has cutscenes and story. You know what I mean? And like it has that kind of like, oh, I'm a samurai, but I'm a badass samurai. So you got these little wannabe soldier guys, Foot Clan soldiers. Shout out to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Foot Clan soldiers. So you just murder them off, you know, like it's really awesome. And I think they showed us where you kind of like a with somebody and like, is it the cherry blossom? The little like, I don't think it's cherry blossom tree, but kind of like
the one with the little teeny weeny pink leaves.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's leaves in the tree. I don't know.
No, in the tree, it was just leaves off a tree.
Yeah, right. But it's pretty awesome. It kind of captures the moment, right? And I don't know what's really going on because not much has really been shown. But that, to me, is definitely like a game where you got to really pay attention and look out for it.
Yeah. So a bit of background on the game. It's being developed by Sucker Punch. They're the guys who made the infamous games on PS3. So this is a very different direction for them. But it looks like quite a big step up, just like how the Killzone developers went from Killzone to Horizon. That's what it's kind of reminded me of. And I actually found out that the gameplay demo that we saw, that's already showed off, is actually just a side mission.
Oh. Well done.
Damn, son.
Damn, son.
That's what the main mission
We've
was
gone
like.
from maybe picking up from day one to definitely picking up from day one.
And we still don't know. We still don't know. The main mission might still just look the same, but it could just be someone else.
Longer or something, yeah.
It looks wavy.
Yeah, really excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few other games. I'm just gonna really slide through them. Stop me if I say a game where you're like, oh, I want to talk about it. Death Stranding, that looks pretty awesome, but I think
that looks weird.
Death Stranding.
It does look. It's like obviously it's what is it, like a sci-fi horror type thing. It does look good.
You're a delivery man, by the way.
It's still like the trailer revealed like because it didn't really feel like it said anything about the game. We're still in the dark. There's still no release date. But everyone, man like Kojima, bruv. Let me quickly tip in for you. It's going to give you a bit more. So you're a delivery man of some sort.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like going through different lands and stuff. I believe the world is kind of corroding people, like, because there's at one point where it's like kind of like some sort of acid or something drips on somebody's hand. It ages them like crazy, like their hand ages like insane amounts, right? So I think the world is kind of in ruin, and they eat these little bugs or whatnot to kind of like keep themselves alive and fresh and young. There's also these bad guys that they kind of float around, and you gotta like, watch out for them. But at the same time, they show a lot of just you kind of trying to transverse through the terrain. You're climbing, you're crawling. But at the same time, they also show the part where the guy has a gun in a cutscene. So for me, the main thing is really like I think we gotta look out for with this game is kind of like, one, what the fuck is going on? 2, is it going to be
what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck? Is it going to be high action packed, or is it going to be like a? I'm not going to say it's a stealth game. It's going to be a stealth game, like, or is this going to be cutscene after cutscene after cutscene? And you don't know.
Sounds like a movie.
Hey, seriously, you don't know.
But that's the thing. It's one of those things where everybody, we all can tell it looks good, it looks weird, but we're all interested.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Despite the variables that we don't know, we can all say we are all interested.
Definitely. I'm gonna go to Spider-Man. I know it's definitely.
Oh my god! Let's just put it this way. This will be the next. This will be the best Spider-Man game since Spider-Man 2 for the PS2/GameCube
But could we
/Xbox.
identify? I know we spoke about this on post podcast. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't say it out. But could we just say
we go back
how much an L Microsoft took with not getting this on their platform?
Look, I don't care. I've got both systems. It does not matter to me. Spider-Man.
Jesus,
There's nothing else to say except for webbing away, bruv.
Hey, sleep, man. You sound
I'm webbing up Dons, bruv.
You're the biggest Spider-Man fan.
I said webbing, not spraying, bruv. Is my name Reese? I didn't think so. I'm trying to spread my pieces everywhere.
Hey, but it's only liquid though.
Drink it, but that's not me.
Jesus Christ.
But nah, like I was saying, it is going to be the best Spider-Man game since Spider-Man 2 for the PS2, which will then be number 2 because anything else that came out between these two games is trash tier in comparison.
Do you feel that the combat reminds you?
The game ain't even come out yet. God damn.
Nah, the pure fact that the web swinging is on point is all I need. I can web swing all day.
Actual, like, combat.
Oh yeah, combat. Everybody's saying that it looks like Batman, but like Batman Arkham stuff. It does. I'm not going to try and say it doesn't. I'm just saying like, people are right. It does look very, very Batman-esque. But obviously, with the Spider-Man, it's going to be a lot more. The motions that he's going to use are probably going to be a lot more fluid because obviously it's Spider-Man. He's got these
going to be a lot
agility, better control of his body.
Acrobatic.
It's going to be more flamboyant. Yeah, acrobatic is probably the better term.
Flamboyant.
Oh, hey.
Hey, web, you're dead. But yeah, this is gonna be the best Spider-Man game out. Period. It's unarguable. Inarguable.
We've got Overkill, The Walking Dead. I feel it's going to be a Left 4 Dead-esque type of game. So if you're into Left 4 Dead, I recommend you definitely go and check that out. We'll talk about that in another podcast. I mean, they got Hunt. I don't know if you guys have seen Hunt, but it's...
Okay, wait. Before we talk about that, could we just talk about Sleepless Bros?
We're not on Nintendo yet, bruv. Relax.
Oh!
Don't worry.
Man popped his Nintendo cherry too early.
You know what I mean? We're getting there.
Sleepless Bros.
We're getting there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. We're getting there. The Walking Dead final season.
Even Nintendo.
Telltale series is coming out. I'm looking forward to that. I'll play the previous ones on my channel soon to come. I don't know if you guys know Sideman Happiness. If you've heard of it before, the little YouTube like comedy skits. They actually got a game coming out. I think it's called Rapture Rejects. That's gonna be pretty good. They've been working on that for a while. What else? Hitman 2.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
2 got announced.
Yeah, Hitman 2. I think they say it's gonna be multiplayer.
I think it got more announced. I think it got announced in the PC gaming conference.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to go through, get through pretty fast. So you can get,
just to finish off the Sony lot. We had Neo 2 get announced.
Yeah, we did.
Remedy's new game, Control. Remedy are the people that make Quantum Break, which I actually just finished. It's a good game.
Nice.
Hench though.
Yeah. And one for me that looked really good was Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yes, I actually forgot to mention that.
Yeah, so they released a trailer for it. They had a young Leon bust through the door, and yeah, it just looks crazy. Like all polished and done up, done like Resident Evil 4 style, but obviously in Raccoon City and Raccoon Police Department. And it's in January. So yeah, we'll get to play it sooner than we think.
That's how you know the game's really good. What it's got me doing like ad-lib. Like, woo! That's why I'm excited to play the game. Resident Evil 2 is awesome. That scared the shit out of me when I was younger. So yeah. Is there any stuff in the PC department which you guys really saw and you were like, yo,
I think I was the only person who actually kind of watched it.
I didn't really. They got round.
There's the things that piqued my interest. There was Neocab, which is like a visual novel type thing. I'm down for those type of games. They're pretty dope. There was one that caught my eye, but something I don't really care about like that. But I was like, okay, is Maverick's Proving Ground, which is basically PUBG on roids because they've added in environmental stuff so you can tell where somebody's just walked through some foliage and blah blah blah. And that's supposed to be, I think, 1,000 in a map. But whatever, that's not. I don't care like that. But it was interesting. Warframe's getting a little bit of DLC. There was Jurassic World Evolution. So basically, obviously, the new Jurassic World just came out. There is a
It's like a park builder.
It's like what is it? Roller coaster tycoon type things, but they're dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. I've seen a couple of videos on it. I like watching them.
That's coming out July 3rd.
Some people have already got like preview copies of it or whatever. Or
my friends got.
There's Star Citizen. I bought this game however long ago, and it's finally actually coming through. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's finally doing a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably about it from me personally.
Let's move on to Nintendo. So
go on, take it away, Big Imperial. Let's do it now. Get over it. Get it over with.
Rest in peace, headphone.
Should have said headphone warning.
And I'm a headphone user. So rest in peace.
Alright, you fucking monkey, stop.
And you stop busting a nut, you ape.
Let's big thoughts about what you're so excited about.
That all of the characters are finally back.
Over there, Waluigi. Go on.
Yeah, well,
you got Snake.
like,
the reason why I say it is because there's so many memes on it.
Yeah, you got snubbed.
It's like, when Nintendo say all the characters.
Hold on, you're gonna have to say that again with the laughter because you cut out like dirtily.
Oh damn! I said when Nintendo say that they've returned all the characters, but Waluigi ain't there.
Like Waluigi is there. He's an assist trophy. The point of what they were saying, they've brought back all the characters. I mean, it's like every fighter that's ever been a fighter in any Smash Brothers game is now in this game.
Right. There you go. See, the more you know. I didn't know the memes. I didn't even pay attention to.
Yeah, I'm surprised they announced Daisy though as like a flipping character instead of Waluigi.
Yeah.
Hey man, females, they gotta get it in. They gotta get it in.
Like Sizzle, the Riddle Diddle.
Yeah, man like Ridley from Metroid finally makes his debut. They also announced support for GameCube controllers, which is good for it's cool fan service. Smash looks great. Comes out December 7th.
Now I have a question for you, Shuma, because I know you're a big Smash fan. You like to smash. Is there a character that you would have preferred to see other than Ridley? If given the choice. Or if you can have one character in the game of your choosing.
Oh, that opens up a lot. Bomberman was in there, but as an assist trophy. I would have liked him to be a character. I'm not sure whether I would have taken him over Ridley. But no, there's definitely room for more characters. What I find impressive is that they got a load of the third-party characters back from the last game. So, Ryu from Street Fighter, Cloud from Final Fantasy, Bayonetta. Bayonetta is kind of Nintendo now. Who else was there? Those like DLC characters. I was surprised that they managed to actually bring them back. But no, it's crazy. Like, there's close to something like 70 fighters, I think. Biggest roster ever.
I was gonna say, is that the biggest roster ever for a fighting game? Like, on launch?
Maybe.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a few more to come. But yeah, carrying on with Nintendo, they announced Super Mario Party, getting away from the numbered system, which goes back to the board game format instead of you all being in. So in Mario Party 9 and 10, I think you were all in like one car moving around, and people didn't really like it. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That looks really good. That's out in October. Fortnite got announced for the Switch and was available that day. I've played it on in handheld mode. It is really cool. Works well, and you can actually cross-play with Xbox, I believe,
and PC.
Oh, okay, there you go, and PC. Hollow Knight, another indie game. Looked really good. I'm actually going to pick that up. That's finally out for the Switch. It's kind of like a Metroidvania, weird little indie game, but it looks really good. They announced a load of other smaller games in like a sizzle reel as well. Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming to the Switch this year, I believe.
Okay.
Just Dance,
which is a good get for them. Yeah, just fucking dance. Yeah, and
just fucking Lance.
Oh, what about Mario Tennis? Do we know anything about Mario Tennis?
Mario Tennis is coming the 22nd or the 24th this month.
Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah, Mario Tennis Aces. I played the beta of that. It's a difficult game. Well, for me, it was difficult because I'm not very like sport minded. But yeah, it looks fun. I'm not sure if I'll get it, but
I saw something that was coming up for the Switch. I think it was last E3 they mentioned it. I'm not sure if they properly thinged it here, but it was something that I saw and I was like, and it's SNK Heroines.
Yes, the female fighting game.
Yeah, I kind of want to get a Switch. So I want after seeing a lot of this stuff, I do want to get a Switch.
Yeah.
Like, especially because the fact that it can be on the go and stuff. Yeah, because I remember talking to Shumo saying that just was for me at the time there wasn't really like enough. Because he said it's like I don't like Nintendo games. Like it's not that I don't. It's just, but partially some of it's money. It's a money factor too. But it's also just the fact that at the time there wasn't a lot out for it at the time, and then basically it was something that I was put into the back of my mind and just ignored anything Nintendo related. But now that I've seen stuff and whatever, I'm like, you know what? No, that's some goodness.
Yeah, it's a good system, and it's just growing. With the stuff that was announced, so the rest of you, Pigeon, Big, does this make you want to get a Switch, or are you still not that fussed about it?
Is Pete my interest in looking to get a Switch? Oh, how much does the Switch go for now?
You could probably get one for about $250.
Yeah, RRP right now, or the average price I'm seeing is $279.
Is that with games or just
No
standalone console? Okay,
just console.
Standalone console. You can get Fortnite.
You can just rob someone.
So what did you say, Sleep?
I was saying you could just rob someone. I mean, no, it's not because you're black. It's just about if you want to switch and you don't want to pay for it, like, what do you do?
Anyway,
or you can try and win one somehow.
No, you won't save and buy that shit. What are you talking about?
You act as if like this is like theft is not a money saving scheme.
Savings.
For real, save your money. It sound like I said something so outlandish and just untrue. Turn that phone off, Shamel.
I like.
When you finally have kids, right? Man, shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yo, so cool. Sit down.
My kids will steal your kids' food, bro. They'll be saving me money. Yeah, well, that's what come. We'll all go thought parts. You buy them, and well, next thing you know, it's in my kids' bellies.
These kids are gonna be like in a playground. So what's your cornbread?
Trust me, my kids are gonna take your kids' cornbread, bruv.
Oh god. But yeah. So Switch for me, I'm getting one. Probably sometime next month if I have the money for it, because I need to start bringing
said none of this
stuff
to me.
to my channel.
Even, like on my phone.
I don't actually have any Nintendo stuff at all, so yeah, I probably will get one for that. The games I probably want to get are Mario games, obviously. and Bomberman. I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited to play Bomberman. I haven't played it in a
My
while.
boy BM.
I saw it on the store for PlayStation. They're trying to charge me like 34 quid. I was like,
well, obviously she hasn't
what?
played none of that to me.
my life. But other than that, there's not many other games like Splatoon. I don't know if that's any great.
I played Splatoon
Yeah,
on
so if that's
Shumo's
the case,
Switch,
then
and I
sure,
like.
I'd be interested.
And obviously they have Mega Man 2, which is pretty.
Yeah.
But not Mega Man 2, sorry. Mega Man 11 is the actual game. Other than that, guys,
Yeah, I know,
I
but
think
it's
we're
for a
going to
senior database
wrap the
analyst, which I
stream
don't have
here.
experience in.
I know people are busy.
Even at a junior level.
Damn, sorry. You know what? I'm so used to stream. My bad. Podcast. We have been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so congratulations, we now broke our record.
Hey.
And yeah, I just want to say, thank you everybody. If you didn't make it to here, appreciate it. Coming by and watching, listening to, sorry, our podcast.
We appreciate you. You're the reason why we grow.
Yeah, we're going to try and get this weekend. If you haven't already, you should go check out our SoundCloud account. We're going to go ahead and start posting our podcast on there as well. Just in case you can't
they want a load of
check it
stuff
out
that
on,
I don't know
on
how
YouTube.
to do.
Because YouTube takes up so much damn data. You can check it out on SoundCloud too.
I mean, I'll apply for it
It's
then, I
been
guess.
the boy PowellGuyGaming. Do you guys want to say anything else before we go?
Keep an eye for everyone's channels. Where? Oh my god.
Yeah, probably.
What did you say?
Yeah, I'll give you a guess.
Yeah, we're pissed. What? It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Jesus, man.
I was gonna say keep an eye on everyone's channel. So you got Shumo. He's probably handling a phone call right now.
Yeah,
We've
Dad.
got the guy big. Oh my gosh. We've got the guy big. We've got the guy big Imperial, aka Cliculus Betamus. We've got the guy Big A. Power Pussy Gadgets, aka
Rayfimus Maximus.
Oh my god.
aka Power Guy PSN.
AKA that girl from North, you know who you are. Shut up, you dumb bitch. Sit at home.
He caught me with the back more.
Oh no. Oh no, put the timing. Oh Lord.
That's
Hey.
It's the X-Files. Why is it there?
Until next time, it's
slap Bobby's bummy.
E3 special. Until next time, people.
And speaking for Sleepless Elite, we out of here. Oh my days. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh
god, my chest. Oh, that was a great episode, guys.
Yeah, you know what? It was pretty awesome.
Oh, what are we out?
Oh, Matt.